What's going on, traders? How we doing out there? Who's ready to get into the market, get into some action? I'm going to be saying, like usual, I love gold, so I'm ready to watch some gold stocks trade. Still holding that swing trade AU. We'll see what happens today, all right here on Live Trading. Hit the like. Let's keep it going. Welcome to Live Trading with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
What's going on, traders? I hope you guys are ready for the show and ready to put up a little.
Come on, hit me before I lose my nerve.
And this is how I met.
Tyler Durden.
But every Saturday night, we were finding something out.
Welcome to Fight Club.
Welcome to the Fight Club. Let's go ahead, bring on my man Ryan, Faloona, and Zunaid. What's going on, man?
What is up? Good morning.
Well,
y'all try to keep me out.
Well, I heard that StreamYard did not like Zunaid having power, and it actually removed his power and put him as a guest today because he had too much power, and that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just got to get a little quick whoosh, right back into place. And Zunaid, guess what?
So,
we'll get you back, bro. We'll get you back. We'll give you the power again, man.
Damn two-factor authentication.
Yeah, damn two-factor authentication. At least it doesn't actually go to Jason, so you don't need to email him for the code.
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, just send me the StreamYard link. Like, I'll wait.
Let's get to the market. Let's talk about what's going on out there. I know that I've been missing for 2 days, but I know that you guys had some fun. What did you guys kind of trade while I was gone, and what do you guys think about after this weekend? Is this it? Is this Russia time? Well, what's going on?
I'll go first. We traded whatever was moving. I don't think there was anything really crazy since you were left. A lot of Spencer hysterics, but that's normal. Just kidding, Spencer. Love you. No, as far as actually trades, we were just kind of trading things small. I didn't take any bigger swings. I didn't size into anything. I didn't do any type of new investment or anything like that. I will say I do really like Portillo's. I think I mentioned this after you were gone, Mitch. I do really like Portillo's as a growth story, but you hit it on the head. The environment might not be conducive to that, so may have to wait or just kind of slowly scale into that. Is this the end, or how did you phrase it? I didn't think you said it was the end. Is this how did you just phrase that?
Is this the kind of the beginning? Is this the Russian war beginning here? Are we?
I want to say that this is going to kind of blow over. Maybe that's the wrong term. We'll see. I'm not ready to panic today. Let's just go. Let's take it day by day instead of making predictions. I'm not ready to panic today. So with that being said, I mean, I know we got a VIX here right around 30. If the VIX starts to bleed at all, I think you might have risk on for today. In terms of stocks that we need to watch, DWAC. I'm going to lead with DWAC just to make Mitch mad. The DWAC.
You DWACers.
The DWACers are going to be out in force. Of course, this is on a news story that Truth Social launched or is in the App Store. I don't know why that would cause a stock to go from 80 to 140, but here we are. We're actually bleeding some of these gains back down. We've seen that this is a wild stock, and this is going to go back and forth. This is probably going to be in play today. So whatever your thoughts are on the stock, long or short, you should have opportunities in either direction today. The other stock that I want to take a look at real quick is DKNG. We had a slew of downgrades on this, and this is actually what we need in order for this to kind of find footing, right? It traded up way too high. It's come back in now. Now the analysts are readjusting their targets. I don't know if this is going to be a bounce play for today. Might need a couple of days or a couple of weeks, but this is exactly what we want to see when we kind of get to this bottoming process. So those two I'm going to watch. I was looking at the movers today. the movers tool to see kind of what's going up here in micro cap, small cap land. Don't really see anything super appealing on here. DWAC, obviously, we talked about. Maybe Fun, PHUN as a sympathy play. Maybe INDO. This one might get going. I don't know. So we're going to keep an eye on this and see. Predominantly going to be watching the overall market and how the open response to this, DWAC and DraftKings.
All right, seeing a lot out there. Definitely, let's go ahead.
That's right. One more thing, Mitch. Evidently, we have emojis now, so I'm going to be watching the use of my cat emoji, which is obviously my favorite emoji out there. So, hope you all enjoy that. I'm sure he'll make an appearance in the stream here pretty soon. Anyway, I'm sorry.
There you go. Let's keep it going. That's the only way we know it's bullish or not. When the cats come out and they start partying, you already know Zunaid's getting his charts ready here. So I'm going to go really quickly through some of the things that I'll be watching today, and then we'll go to the yellow man. All right, so of course today the SPY is going to be very important. I think the top has already been made for the day, which was 433.94 is above here, 444 area. If you can see now, what are we seeing here, right? And so we see what? 1 attempt to break out, 2 attempt to break out, 3 attempts. Then it comes back to support. I always talk about how that's a good move. And then you're looking for it to take out the high there. What do? We reject right off of that. Then we pull back and reject off of it again. To me, I think that's such an important level. If you see this get to the upside there, yes, I will start looking for some green trades and maybe try to get some trades on the upside. But really, I think the line in the sand has to be looked on the downside today. If war does happen, you're going to see massive moves, I think, on the downside. And you have a big potential. If it breaks 430s on the downside towards this 428, I think you could see massive breakdowns, because then this starts looking more to me like what? Like a dead cat bounce. And if you measure this and you measure the flag, that's about 40 points down from the breakdown point. And what I'm looking at today is the breakdown point for me being 450 or around, let's say, 445s. And so you're looking at a move down towards 410s, 415s. That's where I could see some support coming back into play if we take out those lows today. So I'm very bearish today. I know that Ryan's not as probably bearish as I am right now, but the reason
I am bearish though. I am bearish. I'm just not ready.
Bearish, not as bearish. Yeah, not ready to throw in the towel. To me, I think today's the day that you're going to start seeing the towels being thrown. And if you do start seeing more and more news about Russia, I think this is what takes down the market. And the big concern that I was worried about last week, Monday, was, hey, guys, the Olympics ending. Was this going to happen? And I think this is why I was warning for long-term investors, and why I think right now is a point that it's a trader's game. It's a swing trader's game and a day trader's game. Investors, I would see myself out the door. All right, going to Zunaid. Big stock for me today was MRO, but guess what, guys? Already made the damn move, guys. Literally the move that I was looking for, a move back up towards the top of the trend, top of the channel. Already did it, guys. So that's going to be one that I'm not going to watch as closely anymore, because it already made the move pre-market. As you can see, it's up there towards 2304s. We'll see if it can continue. AU is the swing trade I still have on, guys. I'm still not selling my gold. There's no reason to sell right now. To me, I think if there's anything, there's more reason for breakouts. If you see war actually go through today, you could see gold just take off, and to the point where you can't catch it. So to me, I'm going to keep my gold trade right here. I've already taken some profit. Now it's time to just let this trade work. We'll see what happens in gold. Going to Zunaid now for the yellow man.
What's up? All right, we're gonna try to fool around here a little bit, right? I was able to transfer some funds to TD, and because I heard they got the integration with TradingView to kind of place your trades and stuff like that. So we're gonna mess around and lose some money today, okay? But
no, I don't want to do that.
Ryan, we'll see ourselves out of this conversation.
Definitely going to be keeping an eye on DraftKings. You can go ahead and see here. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. On DraftKings, you've got this area right here. What is that? The $16 level that's held really well so far in the pre-market. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Assuming those are all actual legit order wicks there. So definitely going to try to buy and scalp the $16 area if it does come down and test it in the regular session. Stop loss will be below 1580, so around 1575. Profit target would be close to about 1671. So right around here. So you can already see the orders are in there. If it gets triggered, cool. Someone said I sound muffled. I did get a new computer, so my settings may be off. So maybe I'll stop talking if I sound horrible.
I mean, you sound okay to me, but I mean,
all right.
You definitely sound different, Zunaid, but I wouldn't describe it as horrible. I think something is a little bit different with your settings.
Okay, no worries. So we'll figure that
out. Yeah, new PC. But anyway, so thankfully my monitors should not go out. If they go out, then that's a problem. But anyway, gonna be taking a look at that. Let me see what else I had in here, and I had one more. DWAC, you already mentioned it. Kind of looking to see. Oh, look at that. See, I already had the what is it? Right over there. The 93.67 was a level that I wanted to buy because you can see right here it was holding up as support, and it held up as support once again, second time. Obviously, the market's not open in regular trading, but if it does come back, buy it. Stop loss will be a little bit higher. Actually, we'll move that stop loss right there. And then we'll take some profits over there. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. Again, I'm going to play around with this whole try to buy in front of you guys just a little bit because I mainly trade on E-Trade, but I wanted to at least show you guys a little bit of what I do on the trading view side of things. Well, yeah, that's what I've got.
All right, we'll keep it going. Yeah, Zunaid, check your mic. It might be your settings, but just check to make sure that you got the right mic selected.
I would say of the comments here from our audience, a little tin canny, but not awful. I would say that's spot on, Will. It's a little, and then RJ says it's a little hollow. So hollow tin canny is how we would describe it, but again, it doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, it might just be connected to your laptop. All right, guys, we're still holding some of that AU, guys. We'll see if that can continue to move. We've been holding that from 21.23s. We'll see if that one can continue to move on up here towards 22.30s right now. I'm going to let this try to get towards 23s. 24 is that real profit area into, let's say, above, let's say, 23.40s, 23.50s. We could take some more profits into that move and look for a great gain on gold. We'll see if we can continue to move. One to watch today is steel. Steel area is, I think, a very important area to watch. Why? Because I always look at the index, right? I'm looking for rotation to come into play. You can see here, we're looking like we're setting on up some bottoming action. We got some volume in on Friday. Going to look for the reversal to come right through. What are the stocks you guys can be watching? Of course, U.S. Steel, you guys can take a look at. NUE is one that I take a look at also. If you take a look here on the daily, what do you have? A nice little pennant pattern going sideways. Could get through that high and then start pushing on up. That's NUE. And another one, of course, you can take a look at is Cliffs. Let's see if this starts pushing towards 20 today. I would keep steel definitely in watch. Steel has been really good. Also, aluminum has been a monster. So look to see if aluminum just continues with the inflationary trade. And of course, copper is another area to watch. If you look here, there's multiple highs that I think if you get back through that 45, you'll start seeing some real pressure through on copper. We'll see if it gets through 45 today. FCX is one that I would definitely keep on my radar. Macy's, of course, their earnings came out, did pop. This was one that I was watching before I left on Wednesday, but I probably wouldn't have been holding into the earnings. I got to be honest, just not my type of play there. But now that the earnings came out, I will be looking for it to kind of take out 27 today, get on up there towards 28. But if the overall market just tanks on me, I could see these kind of turn around, even though the story is there. So to me, I told you guys the levels to watch for me on the SPY are above 434. I feel like we've already rejected there, and we're not even going to get close to that level again. So that's probably what I'm going to be watching out the gates to see what happens in these names.
All right, let me get a mic check from the chat because Mitch was right. I definitely had my webcam mic on.
Way better.
You see, guys,
this is my regular mic.
I got some starting to get some experience in production. I kind of understand what mic is being used. The only thing is my headset is these headsets are like studio quality, so you sounded perfect to me, Zunaid, but I mean, that's how it is. It's all about your headset quality on the other side.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, you're back to normal, Zunaid, now.
Appreciate you.
So can we get Zunaid off the losing money, Zunaid, and get him back to the making money, Zunaid?
Yeah. We need to change that up, guys.
Look, I got to pay off this PC. All right, we got to recoup some. We got to recoup some money here.
Okay. Good deal. Let's do it.
Get that money, Zunaid. Get that money out there. All right, let's time to go to stocks from the chat. You guys out there, run the show now. Give us some stocks. Let's go ahead and get through it. XOM being mentioned out there. Definitely we'll take a look at this one. Already pushing up here in the pre-market. Already started moving here. So I would take a look at the 15 minutes. You can see how it bottomed out there. We even drew a circle that we were looking for a move back up into this move. So let's look for a push out through 79.68. That would be a move towards 80, but it's already doing it here right out the gate, right before the gate. So just be careful there on this name. Some that you guys can keep on for shorts. Keep a watch out for shorts on software names. I think this is where you can see the next move down. If we are going to get another leg down in the SPY, I think you could look at some of these software names. Asana was one that I was looking at to short while I was leaving. And so now you already got a big short day on Friday. We'll look for a bounce to 62s, but you guys can keep watch for some shorts in the software names. Lucid, did we get down towards 20s? Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to really break down. This looks like a really short pattern. It could continue down through the 25 today. All right, let's go. Let's have some fun, guys. An area that I'll be watching is Airbnb to see if that can catch the bounce. It's had 3 pullback days. Let's see if that catches the bounce today. Reopening trade could be on again. All right, we got about 3 minutes left for the bell. Any other stocks being mentioned here?
Yeah, they want to take a look at
out?
GME. I think we should do that just for kicks here. Real quick, Roland, you need to change your settings to 1080p. You probably have too low of a setting, and you're seeing us all green. So go ahead and hit the little gear cog in YouTube to check us.
I promise you we look different.
I promise you we do.
All right, so to me, you call it like a dead cat bounce, right? And you see if it takes out the trend line here, bound towards 110. Above 130s is where I would be a little bit bullish. And AMC, a similar chart, right? That dead cat bounce here, if I'm looking at the weeklies and not being distracted by the dailies. And to me, it needs to get back above 18s for AMC. If not, you could easily be back down to 15 today. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What's going on out there? Jay says, you good, man? Miss Whitehorse in the house. All right. What other? Ember the GOAT.
Yeah, shout out to Enver, by the way, for the emojis and everything else. I believe he created those.
Yes, he did. He did it. Not only did he do that, but he did it at request and in what feels like an hour. And dude is the absolute GOAT without a doubt.
He absolutely is. No question about it.
All right, Roku is another one being mentioned in the chat. Just to kind of mention, Roku is going through a process right now of a platform change. With that being mentioned, it's not, I don't think anything is going to affect the stock today, but just to kind of put it out there, they are doing a platform change. This is going to be able to help them manage kind of fake private apps, and even pornography on Roku. So, hey, there you guys have it. Making moves in Roku. We'll see what happens in that one.
Which was that?
That's Roku.
Oh, okay, I thought you said there was a company that was going to filter. I misheard you. My bad.
So pretty much they had something that was called an uncertified app for a while. And these uncertified apps were making kind of leeways around the Roku apps. So they adjusted that to fix it. Now they have something called a beta app. And those would be the technical unregistered apps. And so in the beta, at least, it limits the amount of users that can watch and things like that. So pretty much their way around piracy and kind of fake. I know that a lot of these platforms are struggling with this, kind of Roku and Fire Stick. So I'm wondering if Fire Stick is next to try to take that down, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of people jailbreak them to watch different shows and whatnot.
Yep, you know about that, Zunaid. We won't talk about it, but we know about it.
That's not why. All right. Nah, because like my Indian, my parents are obviously Indian. They're like, oh, you can jailbreak and watch the Indian movies. And I'm like, all right, sure. I'm not doing it because I don't know how to do it, but sure.
Hey, let's just say I don't
Right.
too much things.
Oh man, Zunaid, that's funny.
I'm serious. They're like, can you
All right.
sell this person? They'll do it. I'm like, sure, whatever, mom. You got it.
An area An area that I'm watching today to see if it's going to start moving is defensive stocks, right? If we're going to get a war, you could see Clorox take a lift, PG take a lift. I'm keeping an eye out on those stocks to see if we get a big push on up. I'll set alerts there to see what happens. Of course, if you guys see some big stocks moving out there, call them in the chat. Let's go. The bell is on. It's time to make that money. Let's go. Let's go.
Not
All right.
seeing anything that I like here so far.
All right,
Everything's
guys.
away from me.
AU gold popping right out the gates. When
the
Let it
sound
keep
doesn't
going,
work.
baby. It doesn't work? What's going on?
I didn't hear the sound. I don't know if the chat did. I did not hear the sound.
What's going on? My thing is struggling lately, man. There you go.
All right. Looks like I got filled on DWAC, and it looks like I'm about to get stopped out. This is cool. I might have to start use TradingView for my actual trading. But
Dun,
I
dun,
was
dun.
looking at that too, Zunaid, but I did not put my order in yet. I want to feel like it's going to bounce. I don't feel like that's the case yet. It feels a little heavy still. What's your stop?
My stop is 91.43. This is cool. Here, let's. Can you put my charts up? This is interesting.
Hold on 1 second.
You're good.
Got you. You're up, Doug.
All right, so this is kind of cool. It tells me, hey, here's how much you're down, right? Obviously, only have 10 shares because we're testing it out. And the stop loss is right there. Take profits. Look at that. Look at that. It just bounced right before it hit my stop loss. But this is cool. It kind of tells you how much you're up, how much you're down. Interesting. I like it.
All right. I think I fixed it. Let's see.
All right, here we go. Do your sound.
Did it work there? No. Definitely not. My settings got all trashed up when I left. I don't know what happened, but my mixer just got.
You had Hendrix that went ahead and played with it. Duh.
Yeah, dude. I tell you guys can't be jumping on my computer, man.
You
gold.
can tell them, but they don't listen.
That's the truth. It's like The Office, right? Gold pushing on up there too. GOLD. If you're looking at that one, you guys can keep a watch. I'm gonna be looking to see maybe some steel plays. Coal breaking on out. BTU, man. All right, I'm gonna try to catch BTU today, dude. I've missed this stock way too many times. All right, looking for a dip here into the 50s here. Let's see if I get this dip down here. Looking for a pullback on BTU here. Let's see if I get it here. There you go, 41's showing up there. Let's see if we can get an entry there. There we go. Just got an entry there at 1739s, guys. Just got an entry on BTU. Going to hold towards the 1720s here. Let's take a look at the SPY right out the gates. What does it do? It flushes through that 432, guys. Exactly the downside action that I was expecting here. Going to look to see oil, gold do well here. And BTU, I'm feeling confident in. I might even add to this position here.
Sorry, while you were... while you were talking, I very, very quickly scalped INDO, very small, just 1,000 shares here, and got out before the halt. Now, I got out before the halt like 30 cents prior to the halt, so I left quite a bit on the table, but I will absolutely look for this to set up again. So I am out. I had a very small profit on 1,000 shares. I would look to set up this again. Huge value here to the halt at 571. I don't need to actually be a part of the halt fest. This is going to halt multiple times. It's going to do what it's going to do. I don't want to be a part of that. So this is a nice little way to start the day here. We'll see what happens when INDO unhalts. We're going to need about 10 minutes on this. Music a tad too loud, Mitch.
Tad too loud?
Scotch, if you will. Market's pulling here, guys. Be careful. And when the market pulls today, we talked about this being a wild day, a potentially wild day anyway. When the market's pulling, if you're looking for long trades, you want to be looking for relative strength. We talk about this all the time. Today, that's going to be paramount. In the case of the INDO trade that we just told you about, this stock was giving no damns about the market selling off today. It does not care. The volume was what I was using to confirm that. So basically just trying to ride a momentum wave in, out real quick and just kind of stack those things together.
All right.
Don't go too far. Don't go too deep on anything. Sorry, Mitch.
Looking for a pullback here on NUE to 123s and maybe get long on steel here. Also looking at at X. We talked about these right before the gates. They all pushed on up, looking for VWAP bounce plays in all of these. You could also look at Cliff if you wanted to keep a watch on that one. Same kind of play, right? All similar VWAP bounce trends of trades. We'll see how these work. BTU is the one that I took here. We'll see how this one can continue. Cold play. Let's do it. Let's go.
The best Zen Bullish says Ryan equals get off my lawn regarding the music too loud. That's actually a funny comment. Gran Torino's hilarious. I want to, if you're going to compare me to Clint Eastwood in any capacity, I'm just going to take that. I'm just going to take that as a compliment and move on. And then Dave, 222 of 22.
Yes.
Make a witch today, baby. Let's go.
So everyone should set their alarms for 2 o'clock, 22 minutes of 222, so you can make a wish, manifest, whatever, at 222 on 222:22. That's what needs to happen. So if you ever wanted to be a millionaire or, you know, marry that woman that got away in middle school, this is when you make your wish.
That's not,
right.
guys, it's not the way it works.
We'll invite Zunaid.
Zunaid, you don't get celestial power just from the date, man. There has to be something that aligns to it, man.
Yeah, it's the time that aligns to it. Duh.
Tell me the planets, tell me something, but
the law of attraction and the frequency.
There you
of the
go.
Universe.
Now we're talking. Is it like the Mayan, like the Solus? Are we getting the dragon down the pyramid?
Except it'll work. It'll work. This might be the longest I've gone, which is 6 minutes without a. Well, actually, I did take a trade. By the way, I did get stopped out on DWAC.
I was going to say, what happened with DWAC?
Yeah, lost myself a nice little $30 there. This is fun. This is interesting. I like it.
I will say this, Zunaid, right now. I am blown away by your positivity. I've got a new computer too, but it doesn't make losing money any better. I am impressed with how positive you are. And let that be a lesson to everyone else out of here. Life is what you make it. Zunaid,
perspective, man.
I had fun. Well, by the way, this thing is big, but I had fun like downloading the softwares, and it was actually pretty easy because like everything is like in the cloud. So majority of my stuff, I just had to like click a few buttons, scan a QR code instead of trying to remember my passwords and everything. It was cool. It was fun. Yep. I had to download Time Doctor like a minute before we got in. You know what I mean? So it was fun. I'm just glad my monitors won't go out. That's the main thing I care about. I've got next thing for me is setting up my monitors the way I want, and then cable management is horrible.
AU ripping, guys.
I'll put up AU right here in the middle.
Banking.
Ripping.
It sure is.
Here's the thing, guys. Here, I'm gonna break some news here real quick. Mitch didn't want to tell you he's a really humble guy, but I'm gonna spoil it for him right now.
Ooh.
Mitch was not at the ETH conference. Mitch knows where the market is going. Loaded everything he had into AU and was out shopping for Ferraris and Lambos. So he picked out the ride that he wanted, and now it's time to manifest destiny. So
yes,
congratulations.
They don't call Colorado the gold rush for no reason, right?
See,
there you
I
go.
love how you just rolled with that, my man. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
All right, guys, taking a look here at X. Probably going to take a shot here on X. Looking for it to balance out here, and we're going to look for a push back up towards the high of the day. MRO is another one that I think about taking a shot on, but I'm already in 2 trades here, trying to manage them. So I'm going to focus on that and work on the trades that I already have. BTU's over $100 winner already, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Just continue to let that work.
Oh, you know what? What happened? Let's see. DKNG.
All right, just took some of that X there at the 24.15s, looking to add some shares down at 24.10-ish. Let's see if we can get right back to that spot.
X, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I got that up for you here. By the way, DraftKings, looks like you're getting $14 calls coming in. That's already deep in the money. Nothing too crazy there. But DraftKings, you can see in the middle of my screen, already kind of went ahead and made its move for take profits. I'm going to cancel this trade since it's way away there, just for full transparency. Cancel trade. There you go. That's out of here.
No ads yet. Just keeping a close eye on this. I'll let you guys know if I do get an ad on it.
For DWAC, anyone that does want to play this, right, I am mainly keeping an eye on the break of 100 and then a retest, and then I possibly will go long there on that retest. So that's my personal game plan on DWAC, to like actually grab calls and have a real trade with it. But if you're looking to go short, test a VWAP around 98, you can go short on DWAC, DWAC, the most downloaded app yesterday, I believe, on the iOS. DraftKings, new highs, just chugging along.
All right, this is when I'm going to start actually paying attention a little bit to taking a glimpse of the news. We have to keep on watching the news today, guys. Any moment we could get changes of the market. And so this is when I would definitely say, have that pro ready, baby, because it's going to definitely be moving today.
And Zachary saying there seems to
agree.
be no strategy just today, just a gamble. I'd actually completely disagree with this. Mitch laid out his strategy from last week. He's still in a stock that has to do with the news headlines that we are seeing today. The news headlines today are causing him to stay in his swing trade, which is working out nicely for him. I'm trying to follow volume and momentum and high of day range breaks for very quick scalps, as the market environment is not conducive to my long swing trading. So there absolutely is a strategy here today. We'll try and make sure that we go through the process so that you understand what it is that we're doing rather than just shouting tickers. With the INDO trade that I took, I was in and out of that so fast it would have done me no good. In fact, it might have even hurt you guys if I had been shouting that out. So we'll try and keep giving you the process here.
There you go. I agree with that. The only one that's taking a gamble was me on DWAC. But look, you should, if you've been watching the show, you know if there's anyone that you can't really trust, it's gotta be me. All right, Mitch just went black. I don't know where he just went, but I think he might have gone to get some orange juice. I don't know, or he just got so much money he can't show his face anymore. I don't know.
Nah, I don't have my unlimited power supply, so I gotta change batteries here. But I'll be right back.
Okay,
Your webcam takes batteries?
Yeah, I was like,
it's not a webcam; it's a DSLR.
Oh, okay, that's right. Because Mitch has the really, really nice camera.
I'm fancy.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
This man's got a fancy camera, a fancy headphones, fancy mic,
fancy stream deck, fancy mixer.
Right?
Fancy background.
Earlier, I'm sorry.
You know what it's all about, right? It's about working towards your process. Just like I worked on my process of collecting all this gear. I mean, it wasn't 1 year that I got it, right? I mean,
there you go.
Camera was 2 years ago. I mean, you always got to be thinking, what can I improve my setup? Whether it be monitors, computers, memory, video, or maybe it's just who do I trade with? Maybe it's just trading right here on Live Trading with Benzinga.
Always looking up, always trying to be 2% better every day. Shout out to Kyle from the chat here who's scalping PayPal. This is actually one that I really feel like there's going to be a huge bounce in here. This is a stock that I want to be long. Again, given what we've been talking about the environment and where we are, the Fed, Russia, all of that. I'm not sure that today was the day to actually swing this long. Awesome job on scalping it. Keep posting any trades that you guys do with PayPal. This is one that I'm currently looking to enter. Excuse me, man, that smoothie.
Yeah, especially PayPal. Did it bounce off 100? Oh, it didn't get to 100. Thank God. I was like, I thought I had an alert there on 100, but it looks like I didn't. Let me set one there. If PayPal wants to test that $100 area, look at that. Man, I missed it. I got to wake up earlier, Ryan. I really do. Look at that $100 bounce on PayPal.
The first step in waking up earlier is going to sleep earlier the night before. You are a night owl. I see you burning the midnight oil all the time.
Ryan will wake up with Slack messages from me from like 1 a.m.
Yep. It's like 1 a.m. Eastern. Hey, I need help with blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm looking at the wall. I'm like, Zunaid might not be at live trading today, but sure enough, he always shows up. He always shows up. Respect. I'm not even making fun of you at this point. That's respect.
Thank you. Oh man. Yeah, dude. Answering emails and Slack and all that stuff. I do that at night. But I agree with you. I do need to sleep early. No question about it.
So, Jonathan, let's just get this out of the way. Jonathan saying, speaking of Slack, yes, apparently there was a global outage. It did not affect 100% of Slack clients. There are a lot of people that are experiencing issues with Slack. It is not just you, so don't worry about that. The last time that this happened, I think they had it resolved in a matter of like an hour or two. So I'm going to stay optimistic here.
I am going to go ahead and grab some puts here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 431 expiring today puts I'll tell you exactly what I got filled at. I got filled at $2.03 on my contracts. Here's why I went ahead and went short. I was waiting to see what happened around VWAP on SPY, and also what was going to happen around the 333 area. My stop loss is going to be if this 10-minute candle can close above the 333. If it can, great, I'll be out. If you want a little bit more risk, you can wait for it to pop over 334, or excuse me, 434. I will not do that. I'll let you guys know as soon as I'm out. But if it can reject this and close below VWAP, I think we can go ahead and make a move down, possibly towards the 428s. Can I get wicked and stopped out real quick? Yes, absolutely. But that's typically how all my trades go. I'll either get stopped out quick or it'll start working for me. But we'll see what ends up happening here. But that is the, well, what was it? The 431 puts that I got filled at $2.03. Again, as always, just watch me lose money instead of risking your own. I'm trying this new candlestick colors here, by the way, on the left-hand side, trying to see if it works for me or not.
White and green.
Yeah, shout out to Swing Pony. I saw her posted on Twitter, so I got the color scheme for her. The reason is because psychologically, whenever I see red, I get scared, and sometimes that makes me get shaken out of positions unnecessarily. So I'm just trying to see if different colors help me keep my cool. Just testing it out, you know? But anyway.
Zunaid. So pretty much Swing Pony caught your attention, but when I talked about it, you ignored it.
What, the color scheme? What do you mean?
Do you remember we did on live trading? I changed my colors on my screen, and I actually traded like that for like 30 minutes on here.
I promise I don't remember that.
That's the fun part. That's the fun part. But I completely agree. White and green, maybe even still. Then I like the clear and just like, so you can go gray and white. So the big thing there,
yeah, I think
is
she's
what
got
do you want to
gray.
do? What do you want to do with the red? Because red to me, white, it doesn't really make sense there. Just because white is almost like, to me, would be the green. The gray or the darker color to me would be the red.
A nicer red.
It's all psychology, right? I mean, I completely agree that red and green have been driven into kids and subconsciousness that green means go, red means stop, right?
Yeah, the fact that the exits, whenever you're at a movie theater or wherever else, by the way, it looks like pretty soon, if this breaks over to 433.50, I'm going to be out. But yeah, the fact that exits are red instead of green is just mind-blowing to me. I think in other countries they're green, but you know, that's neither here nor there. All right, looks like 433.52 is coming up here.
Actually, that's a good point, Zunaid. In Escape from Tarkov, all of the extracts have green smoke, and the light, if there is one, is like green.
Because red tells you, oh, hey, but red also catches your attention. So I understand why our exits are red. I get it. But, you know.
Hey, that's how it is. No, well, it's one thing to think about always. As a day trader, one thing that I would tell you is that it's all about your emotional levels. If you're noticing yourself getting too emotional just because you're seeing green on the candle, then that's when you should start really thinking, okay, maybe I need to do some changes.
Jeff D's in the house, coming in hot with a Macy's call.
Let's see what Macy's is doing.
All right, catching up with the chat, guys. What's going on out there? How we doing? Looks like some people are mentioning Lucid. I see Home Depot being mentioned. DWAC, of course. How'd the DWACer moving today? It's straight down, or how's it moving out there?
I want to check real quick. What I'm going to get on my SPY calls here. I was in at $2.03. I am out at $1.52. It went ahead and popped over the 433.50, so I did get stopped out on my shorts there. The next possible resistance is going to be 434.23. And I'll pull up DWAC here for you if you'd like.
So yes, DWAC has been straight down since it's made it high, since it made its high pre-market. Yes.
Macy's looks like it's coming back there on the left-hand side there.
Macy's is not. Maybe I should change the colors. Macy's is chugging along. It went ahead and tested that $26 area earlier, and now it's at $27.44 with a high of about, what is that? $27.68.
SPY at a very important spot here, guys. So take a look at the SPY. We're starting to push towards that 433. I talked about how this is the green level, red level, right? Right out the gates, we pushed through that red level, made a couple bottoms there. Now have pushed on up. Do we close above this 434? I'm on a 1 minute right now, and that's what I want to see, if we're going to get a push towards 435, or we're going to get a retrace right back down and get into that choppy type of market that we see consistently in this market. So just be careful out there, guys. We could be running into some chop here. It's 9:50. We're getting towards that reversal time, so you could just see chop action around. We'll see if we can continue to push up.
Yeah, we might need to change these colors. Let's go your way. Let's go gray here.
It reminded me of my birthday. It reminded me of St. Patrick's Day, green and white. So that was the good thing for me. I've tried playing around with candle colors before. Man, red and green is the only way. So,
yeah, I feel like that's what I'm gonna end up figuring out here. You know, sometimes you got to tell the child don't touch the stove. He just has to. I feel like that's me right now.
What the hell did you just say?
Like, you know, when you tell a child don't touch the stove, but the child's gonna do it, and then the child has to realize, oh, I shouldn't touch this. You know.
What if you made all the candles white?
Bro, I would not know if I'm making money or if I'm eating ramen. Like, I would have no idea.
Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, though, because really what you end up seeing is you see the block, you see the range important.
Yeah.
And so you could see the bottom and the top a lot better than being focused on if it's an up or down candle. You're more focused on the levels itself.
I'd be more focused on my anxiety of what is happening in my account.
That could be true.
Someone's saying Square's doing things. By the way, DWAC looks to be testing. Now, if you're trying to get a cute entry into DWAC, previous close $84.32, right? So let's just call it 34.40 is where you try to get in. Why am I like this? $84 is where you try to get in, and the break of 84, you go ahead and get out. I actually know.
There goes Hook, by the way, which was one of the stocks we traded last week, Mitch, when you were not here.
The Hook?
Yes.
We traded Hook. Both of them. I think Zunaid nailed it too.
Yeah, we did. We did. We had a fun time with Hook. I think it was around $2 area, $2 and then $2.27 is where we tried.
I still got my lines on my chart, my man. 183 was the support, 196 was the spot. Sent it to 210, and then it blew up and had multiple trades after that.
There you go. And there's Hook high day 287. SPY, by the way, that previous resistance that we mentioned, the 434.23, aka the previous close, rejecting off of that right now. Definitely expect this one to test around 433.20, but
SPY getting choppy, so just be careful out there, guys. Looks like we're running in a little bit of the chop fest. I want to check the news, so I'll see what else is out there.
You know what's crazy, Ryan, is I don't know if I can make these colors default. I feel like then I have to go find out what these other colors are.
You mean you're going to select the wrong red? That's what you're worried about?
I think I messed up. Yeah, man. Because then I'm like, man, this looks like pink red. This looks like regular red. This looks like lipstick red. And I'll be all over the place.
Well, if all else fails, you could always ask Swing Pony what she has changed it from, and then you'll be fine.
Big push in the market, guys. We'll tell you guys that was a big push there, guys. So just be careful with kind of those other plays out there, especially inflationary trades and trades that you are looking for the upside continue momentum. Definitely seeing a turnaround there in the SPY and a big push up.
Is Zunaid avoiding AMD for a reason? I think he just put together an Intel machine. I can't remember.
It is a Ryzen 9.
Okay.
So AMD, you're right. I should have mentioned it because I saw the 115 be the resistance from the previous session, and clearly I missed the boat on this. 120, I would expect it to be resistance. I apologize. Look, whenever I go through my scanners, I bait in my hot mess today. Yeah, I pretty much am. Whenever I go through my scanners, I try to find stocks that are close to my psychological levels that I like, and I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't really find any. By the way, Tesla, speaking of which, is now around 80.50. It's been a long weekend, right? So I'm a little rusty. I'm off my game. All right, chat. I apologize. But previous close could be resistance. There you go. See, Ryan and Mitch are going to lead the way because clearly I'm 0 for 2 today.
Stocks tumble. Looking to see if I get any Russian news out.
Who said stocks tumble?
That's what. Come on, CNN, bro. Of course they would say stocks tumble.
I mean,
did you mean CNBC?
I literally typed in
all
CNN
of them
and my ticker.
Yeah, X is looking well. That's looking well. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, the SPY just pushed on up there. The question is, do we get a continued momentum? The interesting move for me is the oil move down. Oil it spiked pre-market and now has come down significantly. So, I mean, you're getting an opportunity if that's what you were looking for. But it's interesting that went straight down out the gates.
Yeah, SPY is well above VWAP, so I am definitely not going to get it. If you're trying to go long, to me, the best risk reward is to wait for SPY to come down to around the 433 area, and then you can go long.
So Jay Rice saying that there was big call buying on the open and
I missed
AMD.
that.
No, I actually didn't see that. That's why.
Yeah, I
good,
missed it.
Good shout though, Jay.
Here, let me see. Let me see if I missed something. Yeah, it looks like they're yeah. Looks like the 120 calls expiring March 18th came in pretty decent.
XOM holding at least. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying Bitcoin trying to bounce. Sorry.
Bitcoin, baby.
Watching OCGN here in case it curls. We've set out a really, really huge range from this was the pre-market, right? Oh no, this was the after hours on Friday. Interesting. FDA lifted its clinical hold on the COVID-19 vaccine study. Interesting. If this can curl and get some momentum above the top of this candle here, we might actually have a trade. Just watching it right now, though, no position. I'm not rushing to buy it right here. Feels a little heavy too on the level 2.
There's our rejection on Tesla, the previous close. Now it's under the 850.
SPYs are so choppy, man. If that takes out the 432s now, I will be literally at the point where I'm a little stunned. That's as rip rallying as you can get back on the short side if it's shorts that are being played. This is a tough market, I'll tell you guys out there, guys. This is the type of market that you really need to kind of just understand what's your risk out there and what you're trying to make. Because if not, you might just be playing the game of playing both sides, and that's tough.
So, haha, Ryan, not rushing to buy. Actually, I didn't even mean that, but that is a clever play on words. Might have to yank that and reuse it. We'll see. Good call, though.
All right. Might take the profit in X here as I'm looking to kind of cover that first loss in BTU. That was about $40 here. I'm literally at 40 right now for X here if I take it back here. So looking to see right now if we're going to get a push back above 40, 2430s. If not, might just take it off right here.
That's the reason I'm losing money right there.
All right. We can fix that in like 3 seconds, right? You didn't.
I'm doing laundry, so
rip sauce.
I know. I'm sorry. Tomorrow though, we bring the hoodie.
Closet.
What's up?
Is it the closet?
No. When we make money when the closet's closed, you know it's funny. I literally closed the closet before I came on air. But no, I'm doing laundry, so it's currently drying, or excuse me, currently being washed.
All right,
that purple hoodie.
And great shout on INDO. I actually missed the reopen on this. This thing busted up into another upside halt here, 620. Just monster move here. Really, really strong against the market. I guess now the market's trading up, but it was strong while the market was trading down. So we will watch it.
Let's see, LCID. Yeah, I got to change these candles back. This isn't working for me. But Lucid coming back to test the previous calls. Okay, if you want to go long Lucid and you believe in the market, this is a decent spot because you've got the previous close and you've also got VWAP right over here. So you've got Lucid breaking out of there, coming back to retest it. If it holds, great. If it continues to higher, perfect. I'm all over the place today. But hopefully that made sense.
I'm gonna take a look for Twitter, see what we got going out there.
All right, guys, just took profit there in X there at 29s, 24.29s. Going to pay myself an ability to get back to break even on the day. So can't be mad about that. We're actually up about $5.
What stock is this? I'll put it up for you.
X. So I just took profit in X there on that move. I normally would hold this a little bit, but I wanted to get back to break even today because I did get washed out on that first move from the SPY. Now I want to see the SPY kind of get out of the range that it is in. It keeps testing. It went to 435, now back towards that 433 or 434 mark that we were talking about in the pre-market. Now we might get actually below that. So the choppiness is definitely out there in the SPY.
We talked about DWAC, the previous close being support, and that's around the area. I was off by about maybe 0.25%, but it does bounce off of the previous close. And you've got CAR. I don't know why I got an alert on CAR there, but we'll check that out in a minute. But DWAC trying to test VWAP about $1 or $2 away from there.
All right, guys, if you do see DWAC move today, I would keep an eye out on that fund, right? And what it meant, it went to 450 in the pre-market. If you do see DWAC run, you could take a look at that one. I personally am not going to trade it, but I will put it on radar for people to keep a watch on.
Born, good morning. Happy week to you. I did get your seasoning, by the way.
Hey, swag.
Nice.
I'll tell you something about Born to be Free. That is someone that knows how to win. Berlin smoked everyone in the Happy Hour Fantasy Football League. Got his swag as his league prize, and then decided to pay it forward and
awesome.
given me his recipe and his chicken seasoning. So that is how you win, folks. You collect your winnings and you pay it forward.
Nice.
Hell of a guy right there.
I got you. Don't worry. I join next year. I got you.
Ribs, chicken, fish. Oh,
I come in battle with you guys next year.
I love it. And Mitch, by the way, I'm wrapping up my fantasy baseball league. I'm not going to run it this year.
Done.
If you have one that's got an open spot that's relatively level priced, I'm in. You just let me know.
Yeah, we'll see if we get baseball, man.
Ryan said we want the Moolah League. We ain't doing it for nothing.
Well, I'm not. I don't have the stomach to play $1,000 fantasy baseball.
Okay, well, whoa, hold on. I didn't say all that.
Yeah, no, not in baseball. I might do that in football, to tell you the truth. I've gotten good enough that I might do that in football. But.
Hell no, I'm not doing that.
Jeff, so real quick, Jeff, you were not in the league. That is correct. You actually showed up after we had started. So this isn't your fault. This is just a issue of timing. I fully expect you to be in the league next year. And let me tell you something, you have your work cut out for you. Berlin is no slouch. So I'm looking forward to next year already. Let's go.
Bro, I need to change these candles. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm having an emotional breakdown here. I can't figure out what color green or red it is. Damn it, these experiments of mine. Why is there no default? Like, oh, just go back to default. Like,
that would be too easy. That'd be way too easy. All right, let's take a look at Indo. Are we out of this halt yet, or are we still halted at 620? Oh, we are out. This thing wants higher.
I'll tell you which ones they are. How's that, Zunaid?
Please.
It's that first bar, that first row of coloring that you have.
One?
No, up. So like
this is green. Here, that.
So right after white,
yeah,
that second row should be your standard coloring.
No, that's like
column,
orange.
Zunaid. Rows are the horizontal.
Sorry, my bad.
Right? Like I feel like I'm telling them the right way, Ryan. I feel like I'm like, hold on,
bro. This is not my week. Sorry.
Your other rows.
Yeah, I'm like not trying to call anyone out here either. I'm literally trying to help.
Your other rows, man.
Bro, what? We'll talk offline. I'm done with this. Now it's all
you guys have
guys. Indo going for 7 now. I am not in this, by the way. I am not in this, but Indo is going to. Do you have it pulled up there?
I see you.
This is just. I'll be honest. This ran way further than I thought it might.
Indo.
Way further than I thought.
And VWAP bounced after that first halt.
VWAP here is now 581. It's pretty steep. So we come back in here, you might get another bounce.
All right. Might take a day trade in gold here. GOLD, guys. So taking a look here at GOLD, seeing this bottoming action here, thinking those SPYs is going to give us a good reversal back on up above here towards 23s. Let's look for a push towards that 23, and then we can risk off this 88. I want to see a recovery, a nice volume candle get put in like you saw here, and then actually push above that kind of 23 level on GOLD. We'll see what happens there. Big part of it is going to be the SPY, right? The SPY is a little trappy here. Went above that 434s. Now it's back below. What I told you guys, the only thing that I was concerned about, I want to see the SPY go in a direction. This choppy action, it just chops us all up, guys.
Wow.
Pal, leave me alone.
Indo
Watching that Indo
720, man. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. TDJ out at 7. Awesome trade, my man. Forgot where you were in, but great job. Bowie calls short Indo. I understand exactly what you were doing. Just be careful, man. Have a plan. We halted again. Upside halt 726 on Indo. So 10 minutes from now, what time is it? 10:06 Eastern. 10 minutes from now, we unhalt.
Is it no longer a 5-minute halt? Is
I
it just 10?
10? Here, let's check. Let's go back to the news. Click on signals here. We can check the other trading halts. No, excuse me, Zunaid. They are 5-minute halts. My bad.
So it could be either or. So you guys are both correct here, I'll say. It
The
can
10-minute
be either
is
or.
where the normal volatility halt is 5. What's 10? I know about the 5.
But it depends. It can be a 10-minute hold. It just really depends on the market maker there. He can choose to go to 10 minutes. I've even seen 15-minute holds. But the common one is right. Zunaid is right. Is 5.
5-minute. Yeah.
It depends on the stock, though. Certain stocks will hold up to 10 minutes. And then the worst halt, right? The T2 halt, right? The news pending halt. That's the one that you don't want to see. That's the one that locks you out, and then your money is just trapped.
Yep.
Right.
Have you ever? I actually had a friend of mine that was trying to learn day trading. He was doing all this, and then next thing you know, he got into one of those. The guy couldn't trade for 3 months because his money was locked up.
I mean, remember what was it, Luck and Coffee? Yeah, if you were in those when you were trying to day trade and then they just completely stopped trading on that, yeah, God bless. Especially if you were in puts or calls, the stock was closed. I don't know what happened to your contracts at that point. God, I don't know. DWAC, if you want to pull up my charts here real quick, it continues to bounce off of VWAP again. Great area of support, and that we talked about on DraftKings.
All right, guys, gonna get big here in X here. Looking to add, just got one entry there. Looking to add on pullbacks. And let's start taking X here and really start taking a swing here. Steel was one of the trades of the day, looking for it to hold that last support touch. Pullback to VWAP actually will have me adding here, looking for a breakout above 24.50.
Jeff saying I lit a fire in his belly for fantasy football. That's what I'm here for, Jeff. That's what I want. That's what I want to see.
You better hope that fire stays consistent for another 6 months.
Mitch, you're getting asked about AU. Can we?
AU? Did I sell AU? No, I'm keeping it, man. There's no reason to sell it. I mean, I could sell it up there, maybe 22.75s, but to me, this is one of those trades that I just let work. Unless I see news that Russia is not invading, I'm still thinking that gold can continue making moves on its upward move. As long as it holds right now, the pullbacks, which is holding well, 21.77s right now. I wouldn't want to see the stock, let's say, get back towards the 21.30s. But for right now, we're looking for a continued push through, and the close is going to matter more than just the action today.
KAVL, this is another one from last week that we traded. If it wants to take out the spot here at what, 256? I guess high day is 258, but 256 looks to be the spot. We take that out that high, we might actually pop here some more. So we can watch that one too.
Let's see what the rest of my day looks like, because I am not on my A game.
We'll see what happens here, guys. The SPY trying to get back above 434. If it rejects this time, I will start looking for continued moves towards the downside. We'll see what happens here. Definitely a little bit of a chop market today. And just like what we've been seeing, right? The market continues. Chop Fest 2022. Who wants to be a part of it?
Nope, no break today. All right. We're going to have to buckle up.
It's that kind of day, man. We'll see what happens right now. Definitely going to be battling and excited to get into Money Mitch later today. I think we'll have a little bit more
What time
news.
is that?
That comes out on 4:30s weekdays. So we've been doing really great. We'll have another interview. We're going to be talking with an oil expert today. So if you guys want to talk about some oil, if you guys are trading oil stocks, I definitely would hang out there and throw a question. And maybe you get your question answered, and I'll see that at 4:30. Money Mitch, guys. All right, MTTR being called in the chat. Bill saying, smash that like, guys. Support us. I haven't taken a chance to take a look at the like. We have over 730 people, 146 likes. Somebody better start changing that up, guys. If not, I will get on out of here at 10:30 versus 11:30. I want to stick around, but you guys need to support us. And let's keep going. Mike Hess, you're the oil expert. Well, come on over, man. You want to talk?
INDO on halts, touches of 750s. Trying to figure out what to do with its life. You'll see on the left-hand side of my screen there. SPY testing near VWAP. We said we'd see it around 432.50s. It's currently at 432.94s. Somebody got filled.
Yep, I took a loss on KAVL. Tried to take out 255, stuttered at 255, came back, took the L at 252.
KAVL in the middle of the screen. You've got INDO that went ahead and hit the $8 mark, and then it's currently at 750.
Added there for VWAP, push the there for folks. X there, guys. Added there. Have like 200 shares now at 23s, 24, 23s. Let's see if this X can break on out. Also looking for gold to start reversing here. So push around above 2280s up towards the 2288s. Might get me long here. I'm keeping an eye on it. We'll see what happens. Look at that hook.
$3,
man.
That's what I'm saying. I picked the wrong one there. Tried to do KAVL, but hook was the trade.
All right, let's see if we can get a 50 cents breakout from this 24.25. Now we're up there towards 24.30s on X, really starting to push. I'm going to look for a push continued through 24.40s and 24.50s. Once we see there, we want to see the volume actually increase. So it pushes up there towards 24.75, and we nail this trade. Let's go.
Hook above $3, testing 305s. INDO now at 723s. How is Euro and USD? Bro, I am not the guy to ask.
Euro and USD, what I would say is the futures markets. You know, one of the things is it's a very difficult market. One of the things that we don't touch here is probably the only thing that we don't touch here, which is futures. But if you take a look at that, I would just look at some future shows for that. I don't think we're any experts in at least for
Forex.
sure.
Yeah.
And Forex, I mean, it gets very difficult.
Yeah, no, it ain't. That's not my cup of tea. But anyway, there's a little chart that TradingView has for you. But yeah, not my wheelhouse, pal.
All right, let's see if we can get this continued push in X and see that push continue here. DWAC going, says Mike S. I don't know. I'm not keeping an eye on it there.
Gotta get above VWAP. That's what we've been talking about. If you want to go short, this break above VWAP would be your risk off area. But if you believe in it, you've got to have it go above. AMD. All right, look, we talked about AMD. We said 118 would be resistance. And well, what do you know? 118 came down, tested near VWAP, came right back up to 118. There it is. 118 test, came back down. Now it's trying to test it again. SPY, same thing, bounced off of VWAP. You can see DKNG bounced off of VWAP. Now testing the highs of 18.
This SPY is so trappy right now, guys. hanging out on the power line there of 434. I'll call it a power line because it keeps going above and holding it there strong. So we want to see if it can get in there in that range and then really start pushing. You could see some push in the SPY, but as you can see, it keeps fighting that line. It goes down below it, above holds it. And so right now, that's the battle right now between the bears and the bulls. We'll see if we can get up there towards, let's say, 435s.
Yeah, and to me, the tell there is going to be the VIX, right? If you watch the VIX on
There
that,
you go. Show us it.
We don't have VIX on
Here. I
we
got
don't have the
you.
Yeah, I think
indexes.
I got it here.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you got it.
There you go, left-hand side there. Where we at on the VIX right now?
28.85.
There you go.
And for those of you that follow the VXX, you're at 23.21. SPY did bounce off of VWAP. If this 10-minute candle on the SPY closes below VWAP, I would go short. But for now, it looks like we're chugging along. And as you can tell, I am not in the best headspace to be trading. So I am not taking a lot of positions whatsoever anymore.
All right, watching X work here towards the 45s. Now we're going to look to see if we can get that pop at the 2450s, getting up towards the high of the day. High of the day is 2461. Look for that to take some profit and then get into the 2475 area. That's where I think we could run to.
AMD did break above that 118. Had your entry on VWAP as we mentioned.
All right, guys, into the 2450 here. Going to put out an order at the 2460s here to sell half of that X move, and then we're going to look for a continued move above that high of the day. Let's see if we get that.
Calling out Microsoft. Microsoft is kind of consolidating after this nice leg up on that 10-minute. If you're trying to be long Microsoft, your VWAP is around 287. Let's just call it 288. So the closer you get the stock at 288, the better your risk reward will end up being. In Microsoft, ticker MSFT.
All right, guys, order out right here to close X at the 2460. Let's see if we get on up right here. Just push to it, get the close, half of it, and then look for the continued momentum. What's going on out there, guys? Chris says, thanks for the X trade. Like always, you know, just determine your own risk profile there. It's always about what you want to risk, not what I want to risk. Make your own decisions. But, hey, if you're able to catch a trade, hey, power to you, Chris. How does blank 20% in 3 weeks and over 20% dividends with cash to spare sound for a company? Well, I mean, right now, I think, you know, dividends is kind of one of the things that you could be looking for to make some money. But when stocks get pounded, it sucks because, I mean, even if you got a good stock with dividend, if the stock goes down 10%, but you get a 5% dividend, I mean, that doesn't really do us any good. So it's just a battle there. NUE being called out there. Yeah. We were looking at the steel trade, right? So NUE was one that we were looking at. Cliffs was one that we were looking at. Look at Cliff today. Boom, boom, baby.
Nice,
a nice little push. Yeah, so take a look at those steel plays today, doing well today. I'm glad at least we were calling out that area to keep an eye out on it. So definitely a good day on that one. I was taking a look at this WPM. If gold was going to start pushing again, you could risk off this 43.50 for a pushback on up. But really, it's going to be determined on the SPY if we roll over or not. The SPY is trying to get a breakout move, but, I mean, who knows where we're going today, really.
PayPal looking strong here today, too, interestingly enough.
PayPal.
I was checking out HUT here real quick before we move off this. Michael was asking about HUT. Can you take a look at HUT? It's trading up today on the Bitcoin bounce here. Really kind of low volume, nothing really to speak of. Glad we didn't make a low here around 5 if we turn around here. But to be honest with you, I don't see any entry trigger on here yet. Maybe if we get across through 615-ish. We'll have to see what the level 2 looks like. But volume not here for HUT today. This is no trade here for me. We want to take a look at PayPal because this actually has some pretty decent momentum today. And this is one of those that, you know, this was severely beaten down. And just look at this daily chart. I mean, that's wild. This is a great company. It's been cut in half and almost cut in half again. But this stock, this is going to bounce at some point. Question is going to be when. So far today, pretty good momentum, not crazy volume though. So
You do have X. If I don't know, did you get out of X? Are you in X? What happened?
I'm still in it right now.
All right. Well, you just went ahead and tested the 2460s.
Did get out some of there at the 2460. It filled me right there at the top there. The high of the day was 2461. I'm here reading about Russia. That's what you guys see me focused a little bit. I'm keeping an eye out on it because if something pops up, I want to be kind of one of the first ones to get us to the news. I don't want to definitely, if we're live, miss out on that.
Yeah.
So I'm paying attention right now. Did sell 100 shares up there at the 2460s. We'll look to continue to 2475s. But if not, we could take it out on break even here. At least we're in the green for the day and looking to continue working.
AMD close to fresh highs, by the way. Ryan Jim says caught about 40-cent move in and out. Thank you. I'm not sure what stock he was referring to, but he appreciates you making him some money.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Jim, congratulations, though. Great job, my man. Jonas, yeah, I am looking for PayPal for the long run, but I'm trying to time an entry or scale in. That's basically it. But
be closer to 100, the better on AMD.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I mean, PayPal, excuse me.
Looking at like 85.90 is some pretty good support there to really kind of load it, but we didn't quite get down to that, though. So
AMD new highs.
Oh, INDO, Jim, you nailed INDO for 40. For what was that? 41 in and out. Good money, my man. I love it. I absolutely love it.
No excessive use of emojis. Hold on now. I gotta see these emojis that are going on.
That was me. I already put someone in timeout for it. They just put like 50 hearts up there for Lucid. I mean, you don't need to throw up your hearts, bro, to try to push us to Lucid, but I'm always going to call that out when I see it, guys.
Mitch not taking any of that. Just cold-blooded, ice cold over here. I love it. I love it.
No, I mean, there's one thing that I hate, guys, is that I've been in this game for, 6 years now? Do you think I like pumpers? Hell no, man. I've been in every single chat room you could possibly imagine. I've seen it all. I've traded with the best, and I've tried to be quicker than them. I've used their alert systems. I can tell you right now, no pump and dumping here, guys. And if I do bring a pump and dumper, call him out, because at the end of the day, I ain't for it.
So they thought we could pump Lucid?
No, they're just trying to get it moving, right? They see the stock moving and they want people to take a look at it, so they throw up a bunch of hearts on it. There's nothing wrong with the move. It is pushing on up. But then when you throw in earnings in 5 days, that just shows me more and more that you're just trying to pump the stock, and I'm going to call you out every time.
If anyone thinks the three of us can move a $43 billion stock, we need you to pick another one.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's not like Zunaid and I are going to throw 1 million shares at this right now.
Yeah. Do you see me struggling today?
I don't know why he left me out. I'm not buying 1 million shares of anything either. So.
He's like, Ryan's got it.
Yeah. And Mike S., you're exactly right.
I agree.
There is no offense taken here. We are just like you, trying to make sense of this market. We are not some pump and dump millionaire. I mean, it's so
to the point where we literally try to clock how bad the stream delay is to make sure we give y'all enough time to have an entry and an exit beforehand. So if you think we can pump a $45 billion company, I appreciate the confidence.
And of course, by the way, so the small loss that I took because it violated my very tight stop on KAVL. KAVL through now that 258 area. We actually popped as high as 269. Nice. And shout out to who was this in the chat here? TDJ, you were on this, I think, earlier than anyone else today. Great stuff, my man. I can't tell if Gregory is being sarcastic or not. He slammed with a timeout like it was a P&D. I don't know if you're joking or not, but it's funny.
Long GOLD here, guys. GOLD gold. You guys know I'm long on AU. Looking for gold to make a drive back on up there. We're going to use the 22.75 right now as risk. So we're talking about what 15-cent risk here. Let's see if GOLD can start moving. I want to see X take out the high there at 24.60s on this next drive on up, which would be the third drive. We're looking for it to hold and really take it out. Let's see if that can push there.
Someone may take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA went and rejected the 240 so far. The closer you get it to VWAP, which is currently at 235, the better in terms of risk reward. AMD and the chips can start moving, but for now, I'm not in the trade. Up, Mitch. Somebody threw up 3 hearts for UPST.
Yeah, but it was only 3. It was only 3.
Ooh.
I think it's topical.
Oh,
Let's see how big of a company they are. Hold on.
Slippery slope for sure.
That's an $11 billion company. We might have a chance.
Might. Yeah, you know, Patrick Starr, you're exactly right. Only thing I can say is Spence can crash the market. Where's Spencer when we need him? We need to bring all this stuff down.
Yo, this one time, honestly, I've never seen anybody tank a market better than Spencer, man. It was so perfectly timed, guys. It was literally like to the minute. And it was just because there was a Biden released at that exact moment. But I've never been watching a tape on the 1 minute and seen Spencer make a comment and all of a sudden just see like 5 big SPY candles down. I was like, yo, what did you just do, Spencer?
Yo, was the call for it to move down? Because that's pretty epic.
It was.
Oh,
but it was a Biden call out. So like it wasn't Spencer moving the market, but it was more like I was like, holy crap.
See,
If you think we can move markets.
If that were me, you would be sitting here saying it was you that moved the market because the victory lap would have been so epic.
Yeah, it was epic. I've never seen it on the 1 minute. There's one thing like maybe 5 minutes after you're talking about something, then all of a sudden there's a big move. But 1 minute after, that's something else. JD says, had to switch my credit card information.
Yeah, I love the effort right there.
What are we in at on GOLD? We're in at 22.88.
I wouldn't be surprised if the 435 ends up being the top that area on SPY. But what were you saying, Ryan?
I was saying that the Born to Be Free here is saying HD is way oversold. Home Depot actually pretty good stock here. I actually like this. We are down from 420. When we're down like 100 points off the highs, this is really reset. Got a PE of about 20. I actually think I'd like to see this come in a little bit more, but this might be a potential swing trade.
Nelly asking if we have long positions.
Yes.
I know Mitch does. I know Ryan does for sure, especially Chara.
Yep. Chara is one of my long positions are Chara. Here, I'll actually bring them up on the screen. Chara, and this is my biggest and my one with most conviction. I also have a small long-term position in INOD. They do the data for like Facebook. Like they're the ones that are trying to take out like the hate speech and all that with data algorithms. I just think being a data company with a really good product and Facebook being your biggest customer, this is probably going to go higher. I really like IMMR. I like Immersion as well. Also very small, waiting for this to actually bounce. And then CVV. I also like this one long-term. This company's been around for a while. All of those positions are a little bit smaller, though. Chara is the only one that's outside that I really believe in. I got CCJ that I'm actually swinging until June. This is like a mining company. Calls, but pretty small. A uranium producer, excuse me.
SPY definitely battling here, guys. We'll see what happens here. Like always, hit the like. It's about to be 10:30. Let's see how many likes we got. We need about 400 likes to keep going past 11 o'clock. Right now, we're at 248 likes, over 697 people watching. So we definitely can do so. And I've already heard comments being mentioned to me in the DMs. Don't worry, I won't put you on blast, but I understand. You are working. Sometimes you got to take the iPad from underneath the desk, hit the like button, see your trade, put it right back, look at the boss over the shoulder, and tell him you didn't see anything. Let's keep moving. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what's out there. And trust me, I've heard this already. So can't blame you for you guys out there that are traders on your work day, and try to keep doing both.
SPY. High. That kind of rhymes a little bit, right?
Stop pumping the SPY, man.
Guys,
How did you
SPY
think that?
is going to the moon. And it's moving as I speak. I'm not going to lie to you. We
What,
just
are
hit
they-
hi-
are
we,
they
we just hit
moving-
session highs on SPY.
Are they moving servers to the moon or something like that? Is that what's going on?
I'm just saying, look, I'll put the 1 minute. I'll put the 1 minute right here. All right. Look, SPY, 1 minute right there. As
Ooh,
soon as I
SPY
said
just
we going to the
pushed.
moon,
Look at that.
Look
Look,
at
at
that candle.
Zunaid. Look at Zunaid trying to call out.
I don't
the
need no
market
I don't
here.
need no hoodie to go ahead and pump SPY, baby. I don't need it.
All right, got a little push there in X, but didn't want to continue. So now we want the 2450s to hold here. If it breaks 2450, we just take the last little bit of profit because it could come back all the way to VWAP. That I won't allow.
And right when I went to go, never mind. Oh my god. I was trying to take a short on SPY for a quick scalp, but it already moved on me. I was trying to do the dump part after the pump part, you know? Damn, it's coming down now. By the way, INDO is around VWAP, so if you're interested in that, just calling it out. Not something I would take, but just taking a look at a couple of tickers that have been mentioned here today. You've also got AMD about 20 cents away from 118. Someone asked PayPal entry point for long. I like the $100 area. To me, the closer to 100, the better. But that's for a trade. As an investment, that's all down to fundamentals, dude. That is not my thing, Ryan.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, well, I used the chart too for that. It is about fundamentals. Really looking for this for the valuation to make sense, to be quite honest with you. But coming in and looking at the chart, I mean, I was thinking 90 to 85 would have been a really good spot to load. We'll see if we get there. I don't know. As far as the 100 area goes, I think that's a really good spot for a trade. Those round numbers often like to produce bounces.
Oh, JD's is that's not Hendrix. That's Ryan's cat, man.
Yeah, that's Buddy.
Buddy, come on, buddy.
Buddy.
You don't see how it says Zinger, buddy? No, that's just the coding for the emoji.
His name is Bud. Well, his name is Buddy. At least that's what we call him.
Crocs, dead cat bounce. I mean, Crocs should have never got up in the first place, but we ain't even gonna go there.
OCGN pushing the OCGN's high here is 433. So a break of that high, you might be able to scalp that as well. INDO just below 7 now, 690 here.
Okay.
Although we're curling. Interesting on INDO. INDO through 7 here, maybe a little bit. I'm not going to chase it though. You know, this actually bounced off its VWAP pretty nice here.
Man, the SPY is by far as trappy as I've ever seen it. You really just got to watch on deeper time frames.
This is, and really quickly, Mitch, this is exactly why we preach don't overtrade. These are one of the reasons why on some of the days where it's crazy, you're just not trading a whole lot, because if you cannot time these directions correctly, you're just going to get chopped up. And preserving your capital should be your number one goal as it is.
Yeah, definitely. I think in this market, you got to be able to know what profit to take, what not to take. A lot of it right now, what I've been seeing is no continuation. When you're looking at continuation, I'm surprised, honestly, to see how AU's been working for so long. We've been holding that trade for a while now, and those trades have been hard to find, I can tell you. Trades that you hold for multiple days have been definitely trouble.
Yeah.
I can show you guys right here why I was going to be maybe out of X there at the 2450s, and you can see how it rejected right back up there towards the high. So that's a good move, at least for us. Now we can actually set a stop here at like 2445 or look to take the profits into the strength, right? So the SPY, if you look on the 5 minute, you had this nice kind of flagging pattern. You pushed on above it. You were supposed to hold kind of the trend line there and then get right back up towards the high. It doesn't do it. It comes right back to the support. And so essentially just being trappy in the range there. If you look at the 15 minute, you'll see more you'll see resistance at here. So deeper time frames are going to help you stay around the intraday moves and look for the deeper time frame moves.
Buoy call. That's a funny name. Thanks for the $100 and 45 seconds on Indo. You were shorting that earlier. Good stuff, my man. Way to stay green on that. That's exactly what we wanted to see. And see, we can actually play this in both directions. Both directions. Way to go.
DWAC is like a stair up and an elevator down. And the reason why, Mike guessed, it's 100% for me, and you've heard it plenty of times, a no touch.
Yep.
Speaking of DWAP, we told you guys the closer you can go ahead and short it to VWAP, the better. And there it is, VWAP right there.
Yeah, well, good call. It was a good call, Zunaid.
Thank you. 94 bucks rejected. And now you've got yourself about a $4 move as it's testing the $90.
All right. Starting to see some kind of balancing out in the market, but really we just don't know which way we're heading here. I think this is the type of market that it's actually good to like take a rest for a little bit and come back and see what happens in the market. It's okay to do that. Let's say, just look at the hourly mark and then be like, okay, so we're here at 434. If I come back and we see above, let's say 435, I'm bullish. Below 432s, I'm bearish. Let me use those levels, give myself a little bit of leeway, maybe take my eyes off the candles that I've been staring at for an hour, then come back to the market and be able to make some money. I don't think that's a bad way to look at it. Levi, I know you like your steal, man, but maybe not 4 times.
5. I got 5 on my screen.
And
Uh-oh.
ban.
Tell him short.
Ban him, Mitch.
Or
her, whatever.
No excessive emoji use, so he kind of followed that rule. I don't think I have a excessive. I do have an excessive.
Damn, Ryan. Mitch has gone soft.
So.
Mitch has gone soft. Ryan.
What are we gonna do here? Let's give the chat. Let's give the chat.
No,
Release the enter key. Gregory said he had fat fingered the enter key. It's okay.
Yeah, it was def 5.
He even tried you. He said, "You wrong. It was 5. Come at me, bro."
Oh,
that's actually pretty funny. He gets my, you know how in Gladiator I go like this because he was honest about that.
Oh, Gregory says timeout, man. Oh, well, what can I say?
Gregory
guys?
actually bringing up a good comment here. This kind of volatility has been this way for about 2 months, I think is what you meant there. And general market fear since Biden February. I don't really know what Biden February is, but I agree. It has been choppy for a while, and that's one of the reasons we've been talking about protecting your capital and all that, and being careful in these choppy markets. Bucksy, why does Ryan look like a dad? LOL. Good question. I have no kids. I have no kids.
I didn't even see that till you brought it up.
Because he's adopting us, guys. Come on.
Oh, I mean, the way I'm trading today, somebody going to pay for my meal. It ain't gonna be me.
No butter chicken for Zunaid today.
You see why I get the frozen butter chicken, Ryan?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
He said sometimes I do. By the way, we talked about the 435.50 being kind of the area that it would have to break on SPY. Obviously, it couldn't do that. Now it's coming down to test it. And DWAC, again, trying to bounce off of the $40 area. And here's INDO right around VWAP. VWAP is very, very strong and very helpful. If you guys are new to trading or whatever and you haven't learned about it, I would highly recommend at least learning about it, testing it out, and then you see if it works for you or not. But look here, I'll just go through an example, and then I gotta start taking my walk here. But there's DWAC, right? Test VWAP from under, resistance comes down below. You've got DKNG, test VWAP from up, holds as support, and then you continue your march on higher. And then I think it was NVIDIA that kind of did a similar thing. Goes, comes back and tests, and then it continues going higher. SPY. Similar thing, goes, comes back, tests VWAP, continues higher. So please, if you're trying to learn how to trade, you've got to learn about VWAP. That's VWAP.
All right, let's see what's going on here. If we can get this final push in X there, looking for this final push up there towards 24.75 to take some profits in the name. We'll see what happens out there, but definitely, hey guys, it's a tough market out there today. We'll see what happens.
And where we are right now, I mean, your guess is as good as mine where we finish. That's the other thing.
Yeah, that's the hard part, right? All right, let's see if we can get this final push here. There you go, 66. Looking for a push into 24.75s. See if we can get that lift here.
Indo curling here through 7 again. INDO through 7 on the curl.
How's the SPY here? Just pulling back. Man, the SPY is so trappy. Now pulling back big there on the SPY there.
Big pull.
Yeah, big pull there.
And you're getting it in some of the other names too. You're getting some, even in some of the smaller cap names are pulling at the same time.
All right, setting a stop here, guys, at 50 with a limit at 24.48 there on X. This way I can stop paying attention to that. If for some reason it just stops me out, it stops me out. Now I can pay attention to the other trade that I have on, which is gold here, GOLD. Let's see if this can start pushing back up through the 2290s. We're literally sitting almost right at our entry price, about 1 cent away. So you guys could still kind of join me on that gold trade if you guys are thinking that gold's going to start pushing on up here. We'll see what happens.
All right, it's 10:40. I'm going to go ahead and start getting my steps in before my other stuff starts. But appreciate you guys hanging out. I took an L this morning. I am down, but tomorrow we will hope to have the hoodie back so I can be more focused and sleep a little bit earlier so we're not slacking Ryan at like 1:30.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
Let's not do that one.
I mean, it's not like he gets the notification so he wakes up anyway. I just send
my
it.
notifications under control. Ain't no thing.
Yeah, I just send it because I know when he wakes up, he's going to see it. You know, that's all it is. But anyway, SPY near VWAP. You already know what to do in terms of risk reward. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. See ya.
Don't forget, man, make your wish, Zunaid. Make your wish.
2:22, baby. I already got an alarm set. See ya.
Got you, bro. Later, man. It's good to have Zunaid, like always. Definitely smash a like and definitely give my man an ad on Twitter. You guys see his Twitter right on up there. We have all our handles up there from all the kind of guests that come and hosts that come on here. You got Spencer, mine on there. Also Ryan's. Definitely follow us whenever you guys get a chance. Let's keep it going. Shannon even enjoying it. Yep, Zunaid, you need your Magic hoodie back. Zunaid going to the mall, says Hex. Yeah, Zunaid, he's going to the mall. He seems like a mall type of guy, right? You know? Hey, keeping the losses small, that's what it's all about. Definitely. Power walk. It's always good to kind of, give a little exercise after you do some trading. Get the mind clear so that you don't pull your emotions into your kind of your personal life, your work life. And this is also something that I definitely suggest you guys do. And Zunaid, you guys hear him do this all the time. And a big part of that is not trying to pull the emotions that you just had in the morning throughout your whole day, right? We're always going to have emotional moments when trading. And so one of the biggest things is not attaching yourself to the emotion, because once you do that, it just starts dragging itself into other areas.
Yep.
Ryan, anything else you want to leave off with?
No, watch the VIX, right? You kind of talked about it earlier in terms of watching the news flow. Today's going to be a news day. Actually, shout out, definitely check out Benzinga Pro. If you've been waiting to take the dip, reach out to our team, or if you've been waiting to dip your toe in, reach out to our team. I'm not on the onboarding team, but I'm pretty sure that there is a sale running here towards the end of the month. So reach out to our team. The news is going to help keep you informed. That's going to be the way to go. As far as actual tickers, going to absolutely be watching the VIX along with the regular market. I am definitely going to be watching some of these other smaller caps. I want to see where INDO finishes, see if it brings any other smaller stocks in sympathy with some of that move. Remember, it's an Indonesian energy company, I believe oil and gas exploration. Going to be watching OCGN here. This looks like it's making a nice stair-step move on okay volume. So I'm just going to kind of, I'm glad we're able to make a little bit of money right at the open here. I'm kind of going to play defensively and be a little bit more conservative throughout the rest of the day.
All right, we'll definitely see what happens. Like always, stay with Benzinga Pro and always reach on out to us. We definitely can help you guys. If you guys need some help with Benzinga Pro, if you want to learn a little bit more, you can always email onboarding@benzinga.com and definitely get Ryan, Jonathan, some of the best guys that I definitely can know pro like the back of their hand. So you get definitely reach on out and check it out. Thank you, Ryan. Like always, we'll get you next time. All right, guys. When we return, we're going to keep going here, but the biggest thing for me is that you guys smash that like button. Looks like we got 314 likes. We need 400 likes to get through 11 a.m. and get you guys to Benzinga Live. So do me the favor, smash that like on up. We'll see what happens here. You know, of course, stocks are moving around. Of course, we'll see if I can get a little sprinkle action on my gold trade. We'll stick around right here in Benzinga. Smash the like. Let's keep it going here. When we return, we'll take a look at some of the stocks that are moving today.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you know, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
Definitely smash up the likes. We'll definitely keep going. And Raz needs to do a new report. I do agree. We need the Raz report back here. We'll take a look here at some of the stocks that are moving out there. You guys let me know if you guys are seeing something kind of showing on up and standing out to you guys. Let me get back towards the live trading here and see what's going on in the market. I am long on the GOLD right now at 2288. Going to look to see if this can hold here. I wanted to really hold the 2280s now, especially when I heard that Putin might be doing a press conference. We'll see what happens. The babe is here. Don't worry, Hex. You got him. Let's keep it going. J Raz definitely needs to come back. Zen Bullish. I need him on. Need him on this show, right? Live trading. We want to see Jason take some live trades. Looking for a short, says Matt Whitmore. Let's take a look at some of the trades you could be looking for shorts, right? If you're looking for shorts, maybe you're looking at tech today. Tech did make a big bounce on up, but it is starting to get a little bit of weak here. We'll see if these can kind of turn around. Like AMD was really strong, but if you draw a sideways trend line, this could start breaking, and next thing you know, you could be holding on the downside move towards 116 here. So if you're looking for shorts, that's one I actually don't mind here off that 117, let's say 1750s, looking to break down towards 116.24s. But I'm going to actually stay out of that trade. I'm not looking to get some shorts on. I'm looking to get some longs on. I do have GOLD looking to maybe add here above 2290s. There you go. We just get a little push there. Going to go ahead and add here at the 2290s. Boom, just added there. Looking to hold towards 2280s. Let's see if we can get this pushing up there towards 23. Taking my shot here in gold. X was one that I was in, guys. It did stop me out, so I'm out of that trade right there at that 2049. So out of X there. Not a bad trade there on X today. Making some good gains on it. So we'll see if this can get back on up there. But I'm out at least on US Steel. NUE is one that I'm going to be watching. Of course, we'll keep an eye out on these gold trades. I've had AU, looking for AU to come on back there, really give a drive. SPY is something to keep on watch right now. Of course, we're going sideways off the support. We'll see if we can get a continued breakdown through the 432s. 432s is the downside action that I would be concerned about, because we can get to those 430s. Below that, I think watch out, guys. You see some downside action there. Carla talking about Hook. Hook is not a bad one to keep on watch. Definitely something that we saw moving. So let's take a look here. Hook, off the hook. Yep, definitely. It did make a nice push on up there. But let's take a look here on the daily. What do I see? I see this is about like the second day, but I'm starting to see a Harmony showing up there. So it's a little bit dangerous area here. If you look at the hourly, though, you did hold the pullback here on the resistance. So if you're looking for the hourly pullback and then an extension back to 3, that's kind of the level that I'd go off of right now. Kind of the 270s looks good to me for it to hold and then come back on up here. But I'm definitely not going to take this trade. But it's not a bad one to keep on watch. Hook there. Let's keep going. Matt Whitmore's Galto Galto is a silver play. If you're trying to look for the downside action there, you could use that VWAP. But one thing that I would point out is that this one is kind of in this sideways trend. Look, be careful if it recovers at 320s. You could be right back on up there towards, let's say, up here towards 326 and see a breakout below this low here at 318. You could take out that 310. So you got both trades there if you're looking at it, and can't blame you for watching it. FNB. Another one here. This is a gold play. Look to see if maybe this reverses here. But definitely, if you're looking for a short, I would look for a push back towards VWAP and then a fade down. But we'll see what happens on that name. SPY is going to be very important here as we're battling, and we're going to get news. Of course, I heard 2 p.m. for a Biden speech. Putin could be coming on any moment. We'll see what happens, and definitely keep battling. Nick Shaheen, be like the lean, mean option machine. Yeah, he's a really good options trader. And that's what's important, guys. Sabrina, Nick Shaheen, bring him back. Yeah, I'll bring him back. I'll get him back this week for you. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on out there. Thoughts on long-term outlook of Roblox. Okay, so Roblox is an interesting one. We could think about it as a metaverse type of play, right? And so I learned all about a little bit deeper on metaverse types of plays. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that on Money Mitch because that's where I talk more about the stories. But we can talk about Roblox then. One thing about Roblox that I think is important to watch is that I feel like it's very limited in its audience. It's kind of more played towards the kids right now. And I just wonder how long it's going to last with new metaverse kind of being put out there. I think Sandbox is very similar, so we'll see what happens. We're getting some downside action here in the SPY. We'll see what happens there. But downside action there. Look at the SPY starting to come down there. So not a bad look there if we're looking for our gold plays. If it takes out 432, you guys, I can just start looking for some downside action there. AMD was the one that we were looking at it for potential short. The short was going to be off the VWAP, right there off this bounce here. So I'm going to draw a circle there just so like if we did take it, we understand how we would be doing in the trade. But AMD not looking bad there, starting to break down there. Look for these kind of tech stocks to really start breaking down there. Like even Lucid, they had a strong day. Look for maybe potentially to start breaking down from these levels. Just saw 90,000 shares go through at 22.91 on gold. So look for a potential breakout through that 22.90s. We'll see if we can get that lift there. But definitely some movement actually happening now. And we're going to see if we get that continued momentum. All right, let's keep going. What's going on out there? High and low scanner is looking real red all of a sudden. Yeah, it kind of changed around. 9 minutes till we need the 400 likes. Are we going to keep me on, guys? I need to stay on, guys. There's a lot going on. I'm going to be trading here until at least 11:30. But you guys out there need to smash the like button. If we don't get 400 likes, we'll be coming down and then being back up at Benzinga Live at 11:30. This is how you guys support us and keep us going. So smash that like button, hit the subscribe bell below. Let's keep going. Let's see this gold trade. I'm going to step on up to the plate here. Now that I saw that big order go through here, we're going back towards the 22.90s here. I'm adding some shares here, looking for a big swing. So I just took some more shares there of GOLD. Let's see if we can make a nice big trade on the day here on GOLD. But definitely the battle's on. All right, so there you guys have it, just added there, looking for the continued momentum. Let's see if this can start pushing on up there to the VWAP and then really start getting moving there at 23s. 23s is where I want to see the volume really step on up. If you look here at the volume, what do you see? Declining volume. I talk about this often. So when the trend is kind of in that decline sideways consolidation, it's okay to get declining volume. But when you get the breakout, we want to see a nice push in volume to show us that continuation. Okay. Another thing in sideways consolidation that you can see is the average shoe range actually coming down, showing you sideways consolidation, show you that the risk isn't that high on the downside because you're stuck in a sideways trend. You know the risk here and you could take the trade. Another thing that helps us, let's look for confirmation confirmation, right? I look for confirmation all the time. If you can look here on the 5-minute, we're starting to tick on up here for a crossover here on the MACD. We want to see that cross on over and really get back towards like what you saw here on the MACD, where you saw it kind of come back and cross and then really start trending. That's what we're going to look for, the same thing here on GOLD. Another thing you can keep on watch, of course, is my money flow indicators, but I'm not going to get too confusing today. Let's see if this can start pushing. 400 in sight. Let's go. Can you look at ABBV? Yeah, I'll take a look here. Let's go ahead. Let me put some 3 charts up here, so at least I can keep an eye out on that GOLD. That's right here on the left-hand side, SPY in the middle, and here's ABVV on the right-hand side. So I would be taking a look at that hourly for ABVV, and you can see here like it held the hourly support. It actually came down and wicked down there at like 140.50s, but now it's really holding up here towards this 142.25s. So I would draw this down towards 142, making sure that it holds that from now on. Now, one thing you want to do is draw a trend line and see if you're getting what's called a throwback after the extension. So if you look here, after the extension above the trend line here, and I'm going to do this full chart right quick so you guys can see this. So you can see how one, up 2, up 3, down 3. If it holds at 143, we're looking good. Throw back towards the trend line, holding the VWAP, looking good here, and could come back up towards the high 146 up there today, or maybe even 147. I like the trade. And now we're starting to get a little bit of move there in gold. So looking good there in my swing there for GOLD. We'll look for the SPY to break through that 432, head down there towards the 430s there, and we'll see what happens. If you guys see some Russia news, please let me know, because I can't keep my eye on it anymore as much as I was with the other traders. Love the like. Let's keep going. All right, we need about 5 likes more. We got about 5 minutes for 5 likes. Come on, guys, smash that up. Looks like we need only 4 more now. We need 400 likes to keep going. I want to keep going, but definitely, guys, smash up that like button. Let's go. All right, catching up with the chat here. Let me go ahead and see if I got some messages here. There you go. All right, seeing what else is available to us today. I'm going to see if my man was ready, Devin. Let me see if my man Devin is ready to come on today. See if he's maybe trading Tesla, or maybe he's a little bit busy. But I could also get another kind of trader on for us. I do like to bring some perspective on. Like always, traders will keep taking a look at this. But hey, it's a choppy type of market, so you got to be careful out there which ones you're choosing. And like always, don't just keep giving money back. Try to make, some serious thought out trades here. Can you speak on the bond yield curve, Quantum? Yeah, that sounds like more like a kind of Money Mitch kind of topic there. I don't mind talking about that, but it gets a little bit further than what we talk about here. But I'll talk about that today. So bond yields is one that I'll talk about today. Another thing that we can take a look at is like the TLT. You could take a look at that. You just mentioned it right there. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'll see what happens. Putin to set size timing of Russian troop deployments. Hey, honestly, I'm paying attention. We'll see what happens. Caps are for tickers. Yes, I agree. Daryl. Let's try not to put comments like this. Put them in regular text for us. If it's a news catalyst, maybe put a news catalyst, or I just saw this, so that people know, hey, this just came out. I do agree with it. Let's keep it going. Let's try to help each other out. All right, now we're up there towards the 94s in gold. We're going to look for this to continue going on up through the 23s. The SPY is holding that breakdown through the 432.33 level. Let's see if we get that continued down momentum there. Now we're up there towards 22.97 there in GOLD. And this all started when, guys? This all started when I saw the big order size of 90,000 shares go through there at the levels that I was buying. I stepped up to the plate. Do I know that that's a long there? No, I don't know that's a long there. But one thing I'm going to do is jump on that momentum. If I'm long there, I'm going to think about it like he's a long. He got long at 22.90s. I know where his risk is. His risk is probably down closer towards mine at 22.85s, 22.80s. We're going to look for this to continue moving. I jumped on the momentum. The big order is what got me excited to hit the ad in the conviction. Now, remember what we talked about. We're going to look for those crossovers, those kind of conviction confirmations from the indicators. We'll see if we can get those convictions to show on up. There's your GOLD. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get that big push. All right, thoughts on BBIG swing, solid support at 3. I mean, Jonathan, I can't tell you which one to take on a swing trade there, but I can't blame you for trying to take a look at it. But to me, I think you definitely just got to be careful with what you're going after, especially on a moment when the market could really tank. So you got to be careful with if you're trying to play some longer term plays there. Like always, all the information is for, and of course, educational advice and for informational purposes only. This is not investing advice, and guys, make your own investment decisions. We'll see what happens. BBIG, not a bad one to take a look at. Palantir head into 10. Yeah, I could see that head into 10. I could also see like SoFi head into 10. Look at SoFi. I talked about this yesterday, guys. Potentially watch out, guys. SoFi, I think, is going to maybe take out the 10. I've talked about how it's been in this sideways consolidation for some time. Needed to come out of this for me to get bullish. It didn't want to hold there. It's looking bearish, looking like it wants to take out that 10.16. If it takes out that 10.16, who knows? Maybe this can get down towards $6. So just be careful there long term in SoFi. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep working. Playboy earnings next week. They expect a profit of 10 cents a share. They had very successful NFT sales during the quarter. And Rogers, it's not a bad one to take a look at. I can't blame you for the Playboy earnings, kind of taking a look at Playboy. They do have Centerfold. Maybe Centerfold has taken off. I think that's their best driver of revenue. Of course, if you guys probably know Centerfold, this is another version of OF. If you don't know what OS is, maybe ask your parents and then you'll find on out. But like always, guys, we'll continue to watch. Subscription models are the best, and I think that's what Playboy has been working on. So see how that subscription model is working for in Playboy for their Centerfold here. Playboy's down towards 15. This was looking good when it bounced up here, but we'll see if this is able to hold. All right, Ashton. Yeah, keep us updated if you do see anything from that Russian news. I'm keeping an eye out. There's a lot going on right now, a lot of bouncing around, so we'll see what happens. Check out the rounded top on the daily for Macy's. Let's take a look here. I actually like Macy's, so I wanted to take a look here, see how the trade is doing. If we look here at the hourly, you can see this pullback that you broke out of. You really broke on out, but the big thing is you didn't hold it on the pullbacks there, let's say towards 27.25s. So I want to see a recovery back on up there, and you do see that rounded top there. And so what do you mean by that rounded top? So like when you see these multiple tops action, you can see kind of how you're rounding up here at the top. To me, I think this is just an important level to keep an eye out because you keep coming back towards this support and then pushing right back towards the high. If you can see here, up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3, down 3. Should have broken out on that last big candle, but definitely it's battling here in between, let's say 26.45s and 28 on the upside. Big range, though. One thing that I do like is that big range because you can make some money if it's going to come back on up there. All right, Putin prints posturing. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot going on right now that I can't watch. I can't be watching the news, but I hope you guys are watching the news right now and keeping a close eye on it. Smash the thumbs on up. What do I think about BA? Yeah, I'll take a look at BA. Boeing actually coming down there towards the 200s. Looks like it wants to break towards the 200s. Nothing that I would be really trading right now. But it does look interesting. I mean, to keep an eye on it. But to tell you the truth, I don't really like trading Boeing because, at least from what I've seen, this hasn't done anything really since the pandemic. Since even the pandemic, I mean, where we are right now, it's only up. I mean, it's up 40%. It's not the worst from 150s around there, but it's nothing that I am getting super excited about. I'll let this chart play out. If you look at the monthly, it's sideways chop a lot and often. All right, taking a look here at the SPY. What happened with those comments that are being talked about now? I'm taking a look to see if we can hold the 432s on the downside to keep breaking on down. If that happens, then I'll keep watching that gold trade to get green here. Stuart saying he got this 3 R's in one trade off to bed. Hey, take your money, go to sleep, take that money and run, baby. Can't go wrong with running, especially on a day like today. If you got your money, sometimes it's good to head out the door. New documentary on Netflix about BA. Not a good look. Yeah, I really don't like BA. It's just not my favorite. LMT, how's that one doing today? Lockheed Martin, now just starting to hold VWAP there. I kind of like now that you're holding VWAP. You got a lot of the fake outs out of the way here, and you started seeing a hold of 389. You could have come back and take out the 390s here. It's looking interesting here on this one. If you look here, it kind of looks like you had a symmetrical triangle look. Just broke out of that symmetrical triangle, looking for a 390 push there. We'll see if we get that lift. LMT, not a bad one to take a look at. All right, let's go. Let's do some sector analysis and some industry analysis. You guys know how I like to work backwards, not forwards. What is doing well today from the open is healthcare, actually. Medical devices up about 1% there. Outlet finally getting off the low here. Oh my God, guys. I've been trying to think about making an investment in this stock for a long time, guys. Outlet is that stock. It's a SPAC. I don't know if I'm going to make the investment just yet, but keep an eye on it, guys. I'll see what happens. There's some other stocks moving out there. VVOS. This is an interesting one. $3 stock. Could get moving significantly here. Let's look around. What do we see? BTCY looks like medical device play here, trying to get back towards 3. A lot of these cheaper type of plays here in the medical devices. All right, let's keep going. Let's take a look here at communication services up about 0.1. Not the biggest move there. Financial services up a decent amount today. Let's take a look at some of those plays. Regional not doing too bad right now. Let me see if there's anything that stands out to me. Yeah, you can look at these kind of smaller banks plays. It looks like they're making good moves right now. BBAR, SUPV doesn't look bad, but these are really cheap names. Let me look how the overall banks are moving. And it looks like they've been pulling back significantly. We're looking for a reversal in those names. Where did the music go? Said Chris. Yeah, I've been having issues with my sound today. I don't know what happened with my sound. Let me see if I can get it working here. It's about 11:06. I think we need to change up the music, need to bring in some sounds, some tunes. So let me see if I can fix that up here for us. All right, let me see if I get that going here. Let me open up the Edge here. Try to get some music going here. All right, let's get that going here. All right, so should have the music playing now, guys. Let me know if it gets too loud, and we will keep it going here, right here on Live Trading with Benzinga. I could do some reggae, but I think there's too much going in the market right now, so let's just focus on what's going on. Ashton said to get the reggae music. Ooh, yeah, I know, the chill tunes. I should get some reggae on, but there's just a lot going on right now, guys. SPY down there towards 431s. We don't want to break 430s. If we do see that takeout of 430s, I think you really start seeing a washout on the downside action. Surprised that we got back above the 434s today, but we did test down here before. Let's see if we get through the 430s now and see this downside action continue. It's a lot going on right now, guys. It will help calm us down. hey, we'll see what happened. 3 minutes ago, Putin asked Russia's parliament to approve the use of forces abroad. Oof, not what you want to hear there. Definitely going to take some bigger shots in gold if we can get this to come back on up. I'm seeing like this is just building up for a big trade. Another one that I want to take a look at is oil. Oil, with these comments, starting to really give us some levels that we can go off of. We can take a shot in MRO here. Why? Because I see the risk. The risk is really tight. A reversal from these levels, and we can get right back above the 22s and start pushing on up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw out the trade, look for a breakout above 22, and then we could risk off the 2191s here. So this is the MRO trade. It's okay, a wick down here. Wicks are okay. We talk about that all the time. What is this? 1 attempt to break down, 2 attempts to break down, 3 attempts. On the 4th attempt, we're looking for reversals to hold. As long as this level holds now, we could risk off of this level, this 2191. I'm looking for a push above this 22 for us to get towards this 2210, and we could risk off of that and look for the reversal back towards the VWAP. Of course, the SPY needs to continue making that breakdown move. We'll see what happens there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what else out there. What can I play here? I could play some music out there. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's go with this one. I do like this song right now, so. All right, adjusting here, a little remix action, taking one off, the other one on, putting a little reggae. Let me know if it gets too loud, guys. I think this market needs something to believe in. I think we all need something to believe in, so that's why I threw this one on. This is Something to Believe In by Soulja and Stick Figure, my 2 favorite reggae artists. So enjoy. Have you talked about CLF? Yes, we've talked about Cliff. We have. So let's take a look there at Cliffs right now. Cliffs was one of our steel play that we gave this morning in pre-market before the opening news there. So let's see what happens here. See if we can get this push and get it on up there. But it has been a good move today. X was another one that we already traded on up multiple times. It's back to VWAP. We could see it come right back towards the highs. That's another one you can take a look at. NUE is another one at VWAP for steel plays. You guys can keep watching these steals. Just in Russian sanctions roll in as officials warn invasion of Ukraine has begun, Ashton. Hey, thank you for keeping up with the news with us, man. We don't know any confirmed. I'll try to confirm things if we do get it, but hey, let's see what happens here, guys. All right, guys, going to take my shot here in MRO. Also, oil could go on up and just start ripping here, so I'm taking a shot on oil here. Still got my gold trade on here, so going to look for that one to start breaking on out. That one looks good too, but we did just take some oil there. MRO is the stock that we're going after, and we're in at 21.97s. Have a bigger position in gold, GOLD, so going to look for see if that one can start working, really start pushing. Don't want it to risk back down towards 83s again here. Just want to see it break on out here. All right, looks like we got some new fans on out of here. Bruce coming into the chat. Hey, appreciate you joining us, new member. Check out the emojis. And if you got a stock for me to take a look at, Bruce, throw it up. I'll take a look. Crystal in the house. Crystal, what's going on? How you been doing? I've been playing MRO since earnings. Not a bad one to play. We'll see what happens out there. How's the AMC? Did it crack today? I was kind of worried if it couldn't get back above 18s. I'll do that shout out for Crystal. I know she's a big 8 fan and supports them. So that's what I like to see. I mean, at the end of the day, coming together is something that I don't see enough of in this market, but we'll see what happens here. Rejection of 18. I'm needing to get back above that 18 today. If not, it could break down towards the low. We'll see what happens. GME was the same kind of story, right? We wanted to see if it can hold above these 22s to the 25, get towards the 130s. We'll see what happens in those names. MRO working well here for me, already pushing up there towards the 2207 here. So feeling good about that oil trade that we have on. There's the diamond hands. I see it. What do you think about Rivian? It's been crashing super hard. Yeah, EV's out of favor right now. No one's really focusing on that. Can you make a call on Walmart? Well, I'm not here to make calls, but I'll definitely take a look at it. To me, I think Walmart is part of the discount stores. It is trying to hold on to this support here underneath it. But if you look at the other ones, they haven't been holding on. Let's take a look at Target. Look how Target's been turning around, really out of favor. So to me, I wouldn't be looking at Walmart, but you always make your own decision. Gotta love that Soja. Yes, definitely. What's going on out there? New to this chat, say hello. Smash the like, guys. We got over 635 people here, over 400 likes. Let's keep it going, guys. Dumb Green Hands, and I like the last name, Hunt. If you guys don't know Hunt, I love this Formula One movie with Hunt in it. So, hey, nice last name, man. Let's keep going. Spy there, hanging out there, guys. It actually went below kind of the worry spot. Oh, it didn't break to 430, 430s yet. 430 is my worry spot, guys. Now we're back below this 432. I'm still bearish as long as we remain above or below this 432, 33s. So you could do 432, 50s right now. What beat is playing? Dig this smooth. Yeah, this is a stick figure and Soja and something to believe in. Where you learn to cry. He had to bring it up there for a second. I love the vibes of that song. Let's keep going out there. It took March 4th calls on MRO, headed out to work now. Hey, Chermo, good luck out there. We'll see what happens. Thank you. Hey, Freddie, enjoy it, man. Thoughts on TTCF? Not a big fan of the fake meat department. Beyond Meat, TTCF. Something that I'd stay away in an inflationary environment. Once the inflation changes, you're going to probably see the story go back to this artificial kind of meat product. So just check that on out, guys, and then we'll see what happens. Guys, my battery is getting low, so if you guys see me go black, I will be right back in 2 seconds. I'll keep the audio on so you guys can hear me, but I'm working with batteries today. I got to get a new little setup here. Kind of lost something in that whole ETH conference. So just battling here, guys, with the stocks. We'll see what happens, but wish you guys the best out there. There it is, guys. There's my camera giving out on me right quick. I'll get that right back on up. Don't worry, guys. I'll have this fixed tomorrow. I already have it on the way. Just need to kind of figure this out. So it's just pretty much I have an endless power supply battery, fake battery that I kind of lost right now. So just keeping an eye on the stocks out there, guys. We'll see what happens. Let me put my 3 charts up here. All right, guys. So LMT, Lockheed Martin, we talked about how that was starting to look for like a good long above 390s. That is starting to push, guys. So keep your eyes on that. Defensive stocks pushing on up there. SPY trying to break through the 431s there. We'll continue to watch that. MRO is in one that we just took here, and we also took a shot there on gold, GOLD. So we're still long on those. We'll see what happens on these, see if we get a push. The battery life, man. At least we're almost done, guys. We got about 13 minutes left here for the show. Gonna get you guys on over to Benzinga Live. Gonna charge up these batteries and be ready for Money Mitch. But let's keep going, guys. Let's keep the market going here. I need to change this song already. I think it's repeating. There you go. Give me something to believe in. I need the truth. Don't tell me lies. Breathe in. Gotta keep the vibes going. I'll be back right here. And boom, guys, let's get it going here. Let's get me back here. Let's see. I should be able to activate it here. Boom, baby. Let's go. We're back. Oh my God. Look how I did my camera here. Let me fix that here. The battles, man. I don't know why it's showing my camera like that. Let me stop this up here. Look how small I am, guys. Mini Mitch. Oh, it's just one of those days, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep myself to the bottom of the screen here. Take down that comment. Biden will start speaking at 2 p.m. to address the Putin statements. We'll see what happens there. SPY definitely dropping down there. I'm going to take these swing trades to tell you the truth. They're looking good here. They're day trades right now, the gold and the MRO. But I think these are looking great here to really just start taking on, especially if we're going to continue seeing the SPY weakness here. We'll see what happens if we get this continued lift. I'm going to keep taking these trades, as MRO and GOLD. I hope you guys the best. Wish you guys the best in this market. Can we get to 500? I agree with that. Let's keep going. And like always, the pipeline was canceled. Does that mean oil will rip? It definitely helps oil. The only thing you got to keep on mind about oil, we talked about it on Money Mitch yesterday. We had a special show. We talked about how the Iran deal, nuclear deal, could help ease those supply issues. But of course, if we go to full-on war, they could cut the supply there of oil for Russia. If you think about Russia, we don't get a majority of our oil from Russia, but Russia actually provides 1 in every 10 barrels out there. So just to kind of give you some background information. Mini Mitch. Yep. Micro Mitch. I'm out here, guys. I'm out here. I could try to fix that, but I'm done. I'm not going to get into the battle right now with that. Let's keep going. Let's finish on up the day. Tesla made me go to the doctor. PTSD. Yeah, I mean, Tesla has been a tough chart. I'm sure it's probably down on the day today. I was thinking it was going to probably be down on the day, and just it's not fighting. It's not fighting to hold. It's fighting to come down here. Apple's, of course, the major one I've been talking about. If Apple can't get back above 170, I'm not bullish this market. It broke it down again. I'm bearish this market, guys. Just be careful out there. All right, GOLD looking for this to really start pushing back on up here. We'll see what happens on this one. It is testing down towards the lows. We want it to get back on up there towards 23s, but we'll see what happens there if MRO and GOLD get moving there. Overall market has been seeing the battle. It looks like there's some live music playing in the background. Sorry about that, guys. I got a lot going on here. Let me see if I can find us some more here. I'm just going to wrap us on up with some kind of chill music here in the background, lo-fi here. All right, guys, I hope you guys had a great trading day. Kept battling with us. Can you play Warning with Pepper and featuring Stick Figure? Yeah, that's not a bad one, Jim. I'll probably we got about 8 minutes. I can play that. I got no problem. I'll check it on out. Hit the like button, guys. Let's keep going. Puts all week, says Crystal. We'll see what happens there. All right, let's keep it going here. So what did my man want to play here? Jim wants to play a Warning. Here you go. I got you, man. Keep it going, guys. Hit the like button. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, glad to see you join, Crystal. Glad. Appreciate you joining up. Appreciate you, like always. Hey. Thoughts on ENPH? I'll take a look there. Some solar action. You taking a look at? Can't blame you. All right, let's take a look at some solar action. Looks like the SPY is finding some bottoming right at the low of the day again, guys. You can see here the low of the day tried to get through that 431, found some bottoming action. Let's see if we flush through there again and see some continued downside momentum. ENPH is part of the solar stocks, is fading away right now. This one was definitely one of those fades to pop, right? Those pops to fade. If you can see here, we popped up that one day. There's only one day really that EMPH went up. The other days it's come down, guys. Held resistance in the 154s, really big resistance. Could keep coming and cracking down. Could come down towards the 130 today. So to me, I think this is definitely still a chart to short. Thanks, AMD. Short. Hey, short. Let's see what happened on that AMD. We were looking for that short off the 117.04s. Remember, off the VWAP, we talked about this. Look how this trade did. We talked about potentially shorting it right there, and look where we're at now, 115.80s. You could have got 2 points on that AMD short right off the VWAP, right off the highs there. You maybe risk what? The high there of not even a single cent if you got in there at 117.25s. So not a bad trade there on AMD. This is the warning. We're going away. Sublime, no, this is actually some more stick figure, but with Pepper. If you guys don't know Pepper, Pepper's really fun to watch. I've seen him live. You think it would be a good price to take a long position in Tesla? Definitely. Honestly, I don't like to give financial advice. This is not financial advice. Mind my big old black window here, but I would stay away. Personally, I wouldn't touch Tesla, even if you probably bought the shares for me. Just because in a market like this, I don't want to go ahead and try to keep battling. Roblox is killing me. Yeah, Roblox is a tough one, man. I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about this on Money Mitch, but I don't think Roblox has the competitive advantage to stick around. And I was worried when it started doing this bounce. I thought this was a dead cat bounce, and man, it's been a dead cat bounce. It's blowing through the IPO lows. What helps me in this is that eventually I do want to take Unity. I think Unity gets below the IPO lows. I think it could even come back down towards, let's say, 60s or 50s. That's where I'm going to be looking for Unity. But yeah, these plays are out of favor right now. Nice work today, like always. Glad you like it. Love Pepper. You can't go wrong. Sublime, summertime. Hey, let's listen to some Sublime. Haven't listened to Sublime here, I think. All right. Oh, the way to sound, though. You can't go wrong with this song. This is honestly, there's only one song that I could probably listen to every single day of my life. This would be it right here. I kind of got to leave it going now. All right, we'll see what happens here, guys. Keeping the trades on here, GOLD. We're going to look for this to continue to kind of push on up there towards the 23s today. Another one that we're in, MRO. We're still holding this one from the 90s. Let's see if this can start moving on up there. Really push on up there. Remember, this one hadn't made a big move in pre-market. So let's see if we can start pushing back, catching it off the low. Double, triple bottom off the bottom there on the 15. Let's see if this can reverse. Guess we should have stayed in Indo. Yeah, Indo was not a bad one. That one was caught by Ryan. He scalped it. But man, he could have made a massive gain on this one. I kind of feel bad because he scalped it and just got out. But I mean, let's like always, hindsight 2020, right? And so to me, Indo has been doing massively great today. I mean, if you like take a look here, to me, it's that A, B, C move. You could still break out to maybe even 10 today and then reverse. But to me, personally, I would already be probably taking some profits into the eights. This has made a massive move today. You're talking about a 68% move just in the intraday. So Indo, what a monster move. Rather make a little than lose. Yep. Unity is nice, but boring as. Yeah, I agree, Samuel. There's a reason why. Oh, looks like we got the webcam girls in here. Let me block that, right click. There you go, blocked out. Can you check MU bearish entry? Yeah, I'll take a look there. Looks like we got about 1 minute left here, so this is gonna be the last stock that I'll take a look at, guys. For me, that would have been at VWAP for a bearish entry. For me, I wouldn't be looking at this now bearish because you're missing on out, right? And so one thing is maybe back on a couple of days when it gets below 88s, but for right now, it's nothing really that I'd be paying attention to. My personal opinion. Like always, make your own decisions, guys. All right, guys. So MRO, we're gonna continue trying to work. We're gonna continue trying to work our swing trade AU. We got GOLD. We're gonna look for that nice breakout above 23s. That could give us a really good gain for today. So that's why I'm sticking around in that GOLD. We'll see if the SPY continues to break down through the 431. That would be my continuation move for the downside action. Definitely got to get some of the summertime in. Let me see if I can get it in. All right, I'll get that summertime in here. Let's go ahead. Let's get it in there. Hey, let's wrap on up with this song. Let's blast it on up. Guys, smash the like for me, guys. Support us as we support you guys out there. Summertime. We need some summertime action already. I'm kind of over the winter, but we'll see what happens out there. 420 on the SPY soon, inedible. Yeah, we'll see what happens on there. Battling that 431. Thanks, Mitch. I'm in gold MRO with you today. Let's go. Let's have a good day. Hey, Bill, like always, you know, one of the things is determine your own entries, your own stocks to take. I will try my best to try to give you guys the best setups. But like always, I'm not trying to give investment advice. I'm just trying to take my trades. If they meet your kind of qualifications and you do like the trade, I have no problem with you taking the trade. But one thing I definitely don't like is copycat trading. So try your best to understand why I'm taking longs at the areas that I'm taking and why I'm taking the risks that I'm taking. Like always, do your own investment advice and keep pushing to expand your levels in trading. Think about why I'm taking things. Ask me why, and I'll definitely tell you guys, and let's keep pushing. All right, that's going to be it for me today. There was you, Beatles, Paul McCartney. Oof, we got to get some Beatles action. We're going to have an oldies day tomorrow. I'm gonna bust some old music out for us, guys. Some classic rock. Maybe we get into the 80s. Maybe we get a little jam session going here. So you guys have a great one. Take care. Up next, you got Benzinga Live. Get on over, guys. Don't miss it. And like always, we'll see. Hey, jam on up, guys. See you guys next time. Up next, Benzinga Live.